Hello. I believe we are live with week 4, Pod C. I'm going to be one of your commentators. My name is Owen. I was on the stream last week. We also got air hockey. If you want to say hello.
Hello there. I unfortunately have some camera issues, so I can't have camera on today. But I've been having a great day. How are you doing, Owen?
Pretty good, pretty good. Excited to watch some 7. Hopefully some good mini games. Maybe not the bad ones, but we'll see.
Yeah, no, seven's a fun one. I think big headline for me is that it's like we're finally departing from the classic bonus stars. There's 6 now in play instead of the classic 3. So
Oh yeah, lot more to take consideration of whenever you're playing throughout the
yeah.
board and all that kind of stuff. And we have our standings for the week. We still have Linguine, of course, our reigning champ after getting 3 places in a row, sitting at 12 points, very strong. Even if you get a third here, I think we'll still be in a pretty fine spot for finals of the playoffs here.
If I had to guess,
Then
12
we got
points is gotta be
Jack.
enough for finals.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I think even at this point you're fine, but of course you never want to get too comfortable with Tien and Mr. Toad on your tail. Then we also have Jack with 7 points, sitting in a pretty okay spot. This is one of his better games, allegedly his best one, which I can attest to. We got Braid X at 1 point, and also Wildebomb at 1 point as well, which is very interesting. Seeing them being tied here, I think we're going to see a little bit of interplay about the scoreboard here, because Braid X and Will, you don't want either of them to do well if you're the other, because if they do well, that's your competition getting ahead of you in a very bad position right now, because you have to
Yeah, I
make
think
top 10.
it's top 10 just to be in it all, and then obviously then you want to be top 7 ideally. I believe is what guarantees, or it's top 6 I believe guarantees a spot in the semis or above.
Yes.
And then top 3 you have an automatic seat in finals. So Linguine right now positioned very well for that. I think his play here is absolutely hanging on to that final spot, and obviously placements going into finals matter a lot with how it works. We will get there in our postseason, but the short of it is being in one right now like he is very good because you're guaranteed a seat in the end there. Bradix and Will, obviously, there is still time to mount a comeback. One of them is going to get a point here today, but if one of them can pull off a win here, I think that could put them back in conversation for being in playoffs, and they pretty much need that here.
Oh, 100%. If you're either one of them, you're not going for second, you're not going for third, you're going for a first here, because that's what you need.
I think if you're Jack, you're really just trying to maintain. Like, you're definitely favored to make playoffs. It's not guaranteed, but I think really as long as he doesn't get last year, he should be fine. If Linguine has a bad week right now, he'll probably still be okay, but it's about, I would say, the stakes of this game for today.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you never want to get too comfortable, and I think all our players realize that going into the, I guess, penultimate week of the normal season until the wildcard games and all that after 8, but yeah, looking to be pretty interesting lineup. I think we can go ahead and move on to our character picks. If you have anything else to say?
That's about it.
All right. Of course, we do have our board band and pick first. I guess we do have to play that little video Linguine sent us our way.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've thought so much about what board to ban in 7 because, truth be told, I don't want to play any of these boards. I don't like any of these boards. I think they all suck for their different reasons. So I'm just gonna spin a wheel and see what I ban. Make sure the casters see this. Alright, fuck it. I guess I'm banning Pagoda Peak.
Oh, well, you heard it first. It's Pagoda Peak. I guess he just didn't care at all, which is totally fair.
Yeah,
Not much to say about that.
sometimes there's good reasons. Sometimes you just got to find a reason, and I think a wheel is a reason to ban a board. We're hearing it from Linguine right now, is he truly does not care.
I mean, I can understand it. I think 7 definitely has some controversial board picks. Like, there's some good stuff in there, but I think a lot of it is definitely you either love it or you hate it. So
Yeah,
to
I
an
feel
extent,
like
I can get the mindset.
I feel like every board in 7 has got like 1 or 2 things about it that are just kinda can be a bit miserable.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think we can go ahead and move on to our board pick, which goes to Will. Looks like we're going to Enchanted Inferno. Makes a lot of sense. Totally valid. Definitely the standard Star Hunter other than Canal you want to go for if you're in this kind of scenario. If you're definitely confident in your minigame play and you're your board positioning, you can set up a pretty nice game plan for yourself here.
Yeah, the Bowser Jr. Inferno also has the added benefit of, in some ways, kind of being the most normal board in 7. I mean, obviously, Bowser Time is standardized. It will pretty much always sync the island with the star in it. And I think there is some comfort there. Bowser Time can just really just be obnoxious sometimes. And knowing what you're working with, I think, can just be better sometimes. I think you have a lot of options on this board. There's a lot of green spaces, a lot of junctions means it is pretty easy to route yourself to a happening if you want. You have a lot of choice on where you go in a given turn, and I think that lets you play for certain bonus stars. It's a lot of ways to win that aren't just winning mini games and getting coins.
Definitely a lot of options, which of course we all love to see, especially for our players here. Getting the bad scenario, it's never quite over. I think we can go ahead and move on to our character picks for tonight. First off, we got Linguine. If you know Linguine, you know it's got to be the Mr. L himself, Luigi. Of course, we got Jack. I think I already know. Got to be Toadette. We got Bradex here. I believe should be our resident Yoshi player. Yeah, looking like we're getting the Yoshi. And then, of course, Will. I could see go a couple different ways. I'm thinking Daisy. Oh, yeah. Running the Daisy. Pretty solid lineup. Understandable. I know the orbs are a factor, but I believe we might have the code on.
Yeah, so typically, obviously, there are character-specific orbs in Mario Party 7. We have codes to get rid of that. So there is none of that here. Every character can get every other character's orbs. Yeah, so by enabling every orb, this also means that a few orbs that are not normally available should be added. It is mostly for this board, it's a lot of like attacking orbs. So that is a Hammer Row orb, Kamek, Toady, Zap, Womp, and Warp Pipe.
I'm starting the game.
It looks like we're getting started.
Onwards, fellas. Good luck.
Let's go, gamers.
Onwards. You guys
I think the biggest thing
in chat, but I am not playing with gentlemen's this game. So
Looking like we're already striking gentlemen's off the table too.
Pussy. Did I get it?
That being said, I was actually just going to comment on that. Yeah, like when Green just mentioned the pink boobing and thing here, but also there's a lot of spaces that so a lot of the orbs in this game will be the like one-off ones of you pass by and you hit them, and a lot of those are disabled on this board. So having those on does actually weaken a lot of the other orbs a little bit by extension because there's just less places to put them.
Yay!
Definitely something to keep in mind.
Alright, good luck, fellas. Good
Jack.
luck, young gentlemen.
Starting off with the bot right star spawn.
But first,
First, we need
Bowser
duplicate
orbs.
spaces, of course.
And yeah, of course, Mario Party 7. The last game we'll be seeing Koopa Kid in forever.
They did take him out back and slime him out after this
One
game,
of them's
so
gonna go away eventually.
cherish it while you have it, I guess.
Yeah, very tragic.
Ooh, strong start from Jack. Should be a happening if we so choose, and of course we're gonna go for that. Might as well.
Let's fumble the bag.
Could get a star
Yeah,
here, but
great
lose
start.
10 coins. Go with the ladder, but of course you get the happening space, so can't really say it's much of a downside.
Yeah, lose Squid Games, lose all your money, but you are still getting a happening space out of it. So
Yeah, if you want the star, you go up.
You got the names there. There we go.
Truth. Except,
Why are they right next to each other, bro? Why would you spawn? What were they thinking with that?
cause it's comedy. I don't know. Also, what kind of brokies this early in the game? So we're not getting double stars.
I'm gonna do it like
True.
that. There we go. We could start off with an early red star. So we're gonna go for the red space.
yeah, same investment. It's pretty much the same cost. I mean, losing the 3 coins you get there from the 10 you lose on the happening. Neither of which are that bad here, truthfully.
Yeah, totally fair.
Alright. I'm the different one.
What was that happening? Doesn't make sense.
Getting a 2v2 minigame
Oh,
is
shit.
Okay, Brick,
Starting off with battery man.
I'll
Already
try
Already
one.
hearing
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
say that
yeah.
they are not a
Oh,
fan of
I
this
forgot-
one.
I'll go in first.
We'll change
Oh,
next.
right.
My bad.
Instructions.
Very heavy on the coordination here. We're gonna see if we any of our players go for the fast spin here.
Yeah, I think we do have a pause here. I think Bradex is ultimately very new to 7, so I think this is going to be their first time playing a lot of these minigames. That being said, this is one of those ones that I think is a bit of a knowledge check. There's only one seed to it, and I think you're already kind of seeing, unfortunately, that knowledge gap is just allowing Will and Jack to break away a bit here.
Yeah, you know, the Will and Jack on the left, of course, have played 7 for years. Bradex is at a little bit of a disadvantage in that pod, but that's saying nothing to Linguine being able to lead here. A little bit of a comeback. Not totally impossible if the left side fucks up here.
Yeah, no,
Like it
definitely,
is probably going to be a left side win though.
knowledge is an advantage only to an extent.
Clean run.
Because I didn't check the thing.
Yeah, this is one of those minigames where if
Well,
you know
no,
what you're
well,
doing,
that's
you
fine.
in theory should never lose
Swap
it.
is swap.
Sometimes people do, it'll get a bit greedy, but here we see, of course, it can be a little bit hard to make a comeback if you just know what people are doing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right,
I
of
mean,
course.
it's whatever.
It is also a little finicky to figure out when you first play it.
Yeah, turn them on. Turn them on. There you go.
I like
Unfortunately, we're
keyboards,
not
but,
professionals today.
everything.
Yeah, minigame restrictions are going to go back on
Turn Rumble
Rumble,
off. Yeah.
going
we're good.
back off.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Is it
we got it.
something that even uses Rumble in this game? I don't think so.
No,
Oh,
not
big
really.
difference.
Oh, you're
I
right.
guess, but you know, you could just.
Good eye.
How
Yeah,
do
mention
you
that as well.
roll,
Rumble off for the one minigame that uses Rumble.
Dubbies!
And the Flower Orb pretty strong for some early coverage there.
Nope, it's everybody's order.
How do you
Yeah,
feel
Flower
about
is especially-
Enchanted Inferno as a
What do you
board?
mean shit?
I think the
Fine.
first time that I played it, I said this feels like a Jamboree board, and that was mostly due to the
I love
Oh my
complaints
God,
for no
like,
good.
I
that was
got-
in large part just due to the kind of the amount of stars you could get on this board. There's 2 stars per island,
Uh-huh.
and in some cases they spawn 1 space from each other. And especially when 2 of those are out of play at any given time
Okay.
after turn 5,
way.
it becomes very easy.
Raise your hand if you're surprised.
Linguine
No
just won
way!
games.
Oh,
No way.
That's a free
Like
start from
Linguine
Linguine,
does take
and
the
another
3 for
happening.
3,
What
yeah.
the fuck?
Very strong start from Linguine.
Linguine has played these
Oh,
games
that's
before,
happening.
just picking up a free star on turn 2.
Or Reigning champ just picking it up like it's nothing.
I mean,
Turn
hey,
2. Gotta love it.
okay, I've already got this.
Oh, is that Pokepalm as well?
Oh
Oh
my
my god.
God.
And it's
Anyone who
Pokepalm.
knows Linguine knows Linguine is a pretty strong master, and in this pod, I think you might have it. Bradex is no slouch either, though. Could see a
I'll
Bradex
see it
win.
when I
Not
believe it.
impossible.
Respectfully.
If Linguine picks the win up here, this is an absolutely incredible turn for him.
Oh yeah. Even without a minigame win, you're just already set in a good, really nice spot.
Free star, another your increment for happening. It's oh my god.
Very strong 310 from Linguine.
Bit of a-
But on the bright side, this is
Probably
one
a
list.
little bit of glaze. No glaze intended, of course, but Linguine is probably one of our strongest, just like strictly A mashers in the conference here.
Yeah, it's
I mean, yeah, you convert that to a, assuming you maintain that pace, that is a over 200 in domination right there.
Probably, yeah, just about.
It's nearly 210.
We do see Jack buying the, what is that now?
Oh no.
Build up, boys.
A orb of some sort in a red space. Here we go.
It was a flag out or purchased.
Flag out, okay.
I can't believe I got the 1 in April. That's crazy.
Yeah, you kind of see
That's insane.
no one's
Oh, nice.
really going for the star right now because it's a. I mean, Daisy probably picks it up here, but otherwise everybody's starting to spread out a little bit.
Mhm.
Just because that star is kind of a bit of an investment, especially because you have to go to the lower island afterwards.
There's
Or
that, and then
expand this
there's
one.
also just the factor of when you don't really have as much money in the early game, you kind of want to set yourself up for some of the younger bonus stars. Like you see Jack going to
Yeah.
opt for going left on the first junction there. Of course, you get the happening, but then of course getting an early start on Shopping Star, which is something you have to consider because Mario Party 7 does have the 6 bonus stars, and playing around those might just be a better investment than just going for stars strictly early on in the start of the game.
Yes.
I mean, I have no money, but sure. Go ahead.
I might as well.
So we do see
Yeah,
the
like,
pop into Fireflower, a very, very lucrative spot too.
You got 2 people right in front of you, and rolling low, you're gonna get a chance next turn as
Oh
well.
my goodness.
And getting
Well,
Well, it's gonna be
TK.
a multiplayer
Although
game,
this
so-
probably isn't exactly what he wants, because this is most likely going to be a multiplayer with him being in first.
That is, yeah. I believe it is guaranteed to be multiplayer if you're in first or second, or at least
Multi.
very heavily favored.
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. A crisp ×2, not bad.
Heal out. Because it's simple enough.
It's gonna
Low-key,
be adding a
this
lot
is
of money into the
actually,
game here.
Oh yeah. This is actually low-key in a way pretty good for Linguine because I believe Jack and Bradex are going to get money here, obviously. Depending on how they roll in front of Linguine, he's going to be able to hit them with fire again next turn. Because I don't
Yeah, I
think
think
they have
3
any movement.
especially
You
is
just stay on that.
among the better rolls you could have for stealing with fire next turn.
Uh-huh. In a way, this is
It's
pretty
Aura.
lucrative for him. Looks like Bradex has taken a lot of his bananas, though.
Yeah, we're only getting 8 out of that. Everybody else getting nearly 20. I think, truthfully, I never even bother going for the middle in this
Why-
game.
why you gotta say
I
allegedly?
would pretty much
Why
every
you
time I play
gotta
this
say
minigame,
allegedly?
I would rather
Why-
take
why-
my
why-
guaranteed
why-
like
why-
7 or 8 bananas at
No, to be fair,
minimum,
their first one.
than like fight people for basically an RNG check in the middle.
It's definitely a risk. Sometimes you
one's
take
never
that risk and it
wrong,
pays
right,
off, and then
guys?
sometimes, you know, you don't exactly get what you need.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, we got the balance.
We're running the Pogo a Go-Go.
Faster?
Not exactly an amazing minigame for the one. I think there should be a balance code on to make it a little bit more fair for the one, though, so
I believe so, yes.
platform should rotate a little bit
All
faster.
together now.
Yeah, 3 turns in, we've had one of every minigame type, only missing a battle so far.
Whoa, that's a lot faster. Wow.
Yeah, that is. that is
Some of our
much
players not
faster,
exactly
yeah.
familiar with the code, yeah. This is traditionally a lot slower vanilla.
I think my opinion on this game is that essentially, if anyone is alive with
Ooh, that's
in vanilla, because
That's a
I've just
bit
been proven wrong, but
Two in the
if anyone's alive with about 15 seconds left, then the 3 will probably win.
One favorite or 3 favorites?
Yeah,
The one's
exactly.
best chance to
I
win
mean,
this is
Seven has
usually in that
really
initial
bad
kind of
defense,
scramble when
but
people are trying to get into like the good positions.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah, I can-
No, 100%.
That'd be nice.
And of course, it definitely is a little bit of a different ballpark. I think most of our players here were used to the vanilla version. So
Ooh, roller coaster.
we do see Jack getting a start here and also hitting the upcoming happenings, so he's going to be in the lead once again. Which is pretty nice early on.
An honest 17.
I think this. It's not quite a shot.
Back there.
no.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, there's the other star spawn on that
Is-
island coming up
Is
now.
anybody's star now?
Sure.
So Jack getting a couple coins here, a little bit of a refund.
You're not going to pay you back fully. Of the spaces like this in this game, because there's a lot. This is probably the one with the lowest payout that I can think of. I think windmills
probably,
can
yeah.
have windmills can be pretty low if you get a bad seed.
Hmm.
Yeah, flower up here. I think Yoshi getting this one for free. This is just 12 free coins for Bradex.
That is the happening though, so he does escape Linguine's wrath there, not going to lose his coins, which is great for
Really
Bradex.
good there, yeah.
Probably about the best you could have asked for in that scenario.
You lose the shop, that's kind of tough, but otherwise there's not much else to do here. Getting shot 1 past the shop though is brutal. That's
I think if I'm in Bradex's shoes though, I'm totally fine with being shot to
Oh,
another island in
absolutely,
that scenario, yeah. Because you don't want to be hanging around here.
Like you just
Of course,
did.
we do see Will
That's the last
trapping
one.
Linguine with the
Yeah, you
spine.
fucking
Totally
burned
fair.
me.
It's not like you're about to burn him again.
Yeah, I'm probably getting burnt.
It's also pretty good here because this would otherwise let Green start earning their coins are a little bit more.
Mhm.
It
does
does gonna
cripple
take
him a
away the
little
10
bit.
he's about to get.
Wow.
But on the bright side, I won't be losing anymore.
Nah.
So we opted to not get anything at the shop. Understandable.
Or yeah, you get jacked also actually.
It does have the option to hit this happening for Klepto. I think this will be Klepto
Or I
if
could
he's
wait.
swapping the
Don't
star
think
spawn
about it.
again.
I get it.
Totally valid. Does tie up the happening star.
Come on, back to me.
I think it's a new. Oh.
Ooh, right behind. Really, really good for Will.
Left there, dude.
Yeah, it's not. Probably not exactly what the Green wants to see with this turn here.
Catchy tunes, right?
Yeah, you never exactly want to be putting the star in an advantageous spot for your opponents, but I think he might be okay with holding on to coin star for now as well, though.
I mean, yeah, he's still definitely in a fine position. The Coinstar lead is not by much, but he's still contending it, which is, I think, the more important thing right now.
What you know about
Like, you're contending
underwater
happening, you've
fights?
contended Red Star. Running is too early to tell, really. Shopping, I don't hate not
No
contesting
one
shopping.
dying yet. Mhm.
Also, yeah,
there's
everyone's
a
still
fight
alive.
going
Usually you see someone die by now. Okay, there we go. Yep. Jack going in for the
Yeah.
little pick off there.
Oh, yeah, everyone on the planet.
I think to some extent, whoever,
Yes, they
if
do.
you are fighting someone when third
There's
place gets
some
eliminated,
psycho
you're
that
going to
tries to
lose.
say,
Oh,
"It's an
yeah.
Is
underrated
my
gem."
run. The winner is usually whoever
Overall,
third
is it
parties the people fighting when there's three
I
left.
love Bubble Brawl, but it
100%.
makes
Bubble
me
Brawl is
so
definitely a little bit of a
mad.
camping affair.
Okay.
If you can get away with it.
It's so.
What's the-
Fuck
what's the-
you,
what's the-
fuck you.
Yeah, the
Oh,
tweezer
what's
here
the
is
10-hour masterpiece?
just so
We
much.
do see
nitty-gritty
Jack
with
opting
this.
to cuck over Will here.
Oh,
I don't think he's going to be able to
masterpiece.
afford the star.
Mario Odyssey, it's no masterpiece.
Another fireball for Jack.
I think that was a tweezer. It's just gonna change the star entirely.
Oh, was it?
Might
Was that a
work.
twister? I thought it was an amp.
It's another
It's
red
a
space for
twister.
Jack as well. Yeah, it's yeah. Now we get to kind of a bit of the scary part of this star is gonna go somewhere. You have to go in blind, not knowing where it's gonna end.
Go right.
You really don't want to. You don't want to be in and out of the star. It's. I mean, you're sent back to start, which is kind of middle of nowhere, and you're losing so many coins.
Right.
It's gonna be half your pool. It's in
You
two mic
too.
spaces in one turn.
Not moving.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing with the codes we have enabled,
Jack.
unfortunately.
Speaking. Nice.
It's gonna go
Okay,
for easy
everyone just
picking.
go-
It's
just
pretty,
go up, but to
I'd
be
say
fair, no
honestly,
one
in
can
pretty
fight.
even
Oh,
1v3
this one,
across
yeah,
the
yeah, I
board
remember
compared to
that.
some of the other stuff in this game.
Yeah.
Kind of just comes down to who gets the big gems and who doesn't. Also, just of course, the performance of the 1 compared to the 3.
Yeah,
I,
You
on
can clear most, if not all, of
technicality,
the rocks too.
technically the 1 is ever so slightly favored. Just because the 3 in theory reveal their 3 all at once. The 1 has the first and second one come out, so
Right.
you are technically slightly favored as the 1.
Mhm.
But that really only matters if you somehow get into a situation where you wouldn't fully
Jack
have
getting
time
another
to finish
purple.
planning.
As we see our 3 get another purple gem and up your wraps here.
Yeah, on the end.
Oh!
Bitch!
Oh! Last
Right at the
second!
end.
Wow!
Fucking
Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
I
that the
thought
routing
Jack
from the
was-
3 was a little bit better there. That's kind of the advantage that 3 have in return is you're able to route a little better just because you're working with 3 people instead of 1.
Very well done by the 3 there.
there.
Yeah, only something like
You just hurting my
7
friend
total
Bill.
spaces unchecked.
No, you're not.
I think it's a fair minigame, but it maybe espouses the bigger problem of 1v3 is even a 1v3, even if it's balanced, is maybe a little boring.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I don't even think that's like a
The
terribly
bottom.
boring minigame. It's just a little bit RNG based.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna be seeing Jack hit
Between you
Linguine out
and
for some coins here, which is
Jack,
nice.
bro.
We'll be able to afford to start off that.
Smack Jack is killing me.
If he gets a 9, which he's definitely gonna, he'll get the star.
I kind of hope I get a 9.
That is true. If Linguine high rolls, he can snipe that.
The curse of tumble.
Yeah, next turn then as we're getting into our first Bowser time.
Bro,
and-
this is the third time I've
I mean,
gotten
someone's got to get a. I mean, these people are about to lose a lot of money, which you don't want.
It's a red.
Yeah, definitely something you have to keep track of because if you're in a situation where you're losing half your coins on a board like this, it's a major cripple, especially for stuff like Shopping Star.
Yeah, I think the whole thesis of Bowser boards is always thinking like, oh, like this is the mean one, and sometimes
Yes, thank you.
it's mean in the way that it's kind of bad.
I'm not, because like
Usually it's kind of bad.
How do you?
uh, But sometimes it works, and I think this game actually does it very well. I think with how easy it is to get money in this game, losing half your coins, especially if you consider this game is designed around mic spaces that act as free doubling your coins,
why don't you
it is necessary.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
you are
totally.
evil.
He's fucking evil, dude.
You are
Oh, it's
evil,
without Bowser
Jack.
time? Okay, cool.
I didn't know
Let's
such
let's get Jack in.
Bit of an update: there is no Bowser time. I think universally that probably improves 7. This board is maybe an unfortunate consequence of that. I don't mind the Bowser time.
I think this board's better without Bowser time. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Why are we taking?
This shit kinda
Jack,
sucks
bro?
I
ass
think
with Bowser time.
usually-
No, it's like you're running. That's fine.
If I have to say something nice about it, like explicitly, it makes going last better when I feel like usually going first is good.
Brainix literally almost has everything he needs already. He just needs a
Yeah.
red. Uh,
Like that's how this
Oh,
game
we'll
goes.
get
Yeah,
another
it's
game.
this is how this game goes
Will,
half the
we're jumping
time.
on
You get your
that.
4 immediately, and then someone else, and you're stuck with the 5th for half the time.
Yeah, Jack coming up and snatching a dub there. Well done by Jack. That is crazy though. I think it was like 3 seconds in the minigame, if even that, and Red X already had all the notes. See Jack hitting at the shop again. Ooh, very strong shop, very expensive. We're gonna see we're splurging for the flutter. Totally valid with the shopping star on the board. It's gonna be a big advantage for Jack, who I believe already
Star
bought
play
a 10
and it's
coin
a-
earlier as
It's
Yeah.
a
well.
blessing if I lost this.
And it's a warp to the star, which is also a warp out of wherever you currently
I
are.
deserve to, considering
Oh, yeah.
I love and
A lot stronger with the coin star we have on right now too, because you don't have to worry about burning it for orb
That's
stuff.
not true.
Child, this game is your young.
Yes, it is. It's been with me since I've been in diapers.
Maybe we'll get another happening here. It's like we're tying it up 4 ways pretty much. Ooh.
Yeah, I think happening looks pretty. I mean, no bonus are really the only one that's really being in contender right now is shopping, and it's really just because there haven't been many shop visits the entire game. And Green chose to say no, but
That's another.
Or
yeah,
not.
Optimus
there's
save his coins
yet
anyway.
another could be another
Just
happening
like
for the
that.
Green, but that is, I believe, Klepto. So
Mhm.
Oh, you want shop? That's great.
I think now we're seeing the shop of it.
2v2, yay.
Want to spread yourselves a little bit more on the other bonus stars, not too
That's
thin.
literally the one I didn't want.
Yeah.
The Spear
Alright, we
Factor,
gotta
very good
push the
minigame
ball
for team
Alright.
play. There's a couple of little pinches you can do
Let's go. This one.
if you put you and your teammate position yourself right on the turns here. Little corner cuts.
I think that's the
Yeah, this one I think
word. You're right.
maybe even less in Battle Ram. I think is still a bit of a knowledge check. It's the same teams from turn 1. I think this one is much easier to understand, intuitively quicker.
Mhm.
I think so. They look pretty much even right now.
Just about.
Yeah, obviously, this is
Just
another
slightly
one where it's like
easier.
you can go for the cute stuff. They did get the boost there. I just don't know if it helped them that much.
Maybe not.
They're pretty much even. Looks like they're positioning for another pinch again.
Nope.
That's
Oh,
it.
except we're losing. We're kind of getting stuck there on the womp a little bit on the left. Oh, with the moles,
Well, let's go. The moles are.
they're about even up at the moment.
That's yeah.
It's looking like
That's
a right team. Yeah,
That's a win for Green.
yeah. Slipping a little bit.
Jack, what are you
Should
doing?
still be fine
I
though.
mean, we were gonna
Okay,
lose
nice.
anyway. I had to try and boost this.
I know.
Unfortunate womp placement there on the left side.
2W Bird X. Let's go.
He was looking close there for a minute too. The moles got him tripped up on the right, but they were able to pinch through it.
I ain't gonna lie though, Battery Ram was also
Very well done by Linguine and Braid X there.
It's okay.
Oh my god, we are just schmoving.
Current
It's
minigame
a
count is
second 10 in a row, and a triple
yeah.
jump with it too. This is
That's really scary.
yeah.
very
Green's
strong, very
triple
strong
jacks.
orbs for Jack, but you don't want to go for the Koopa Kit in this scenario because you don't want to lose your orbs you just got.
Oh my god,
If you
yeah,
know
he's got
the
incredible
bonus
orbs.
stars from eight,
True.
Okay, your fire's done.
Will's been burned like 4 times already. 3 or 4 times.
He really has. Jeez, yeah.
It's not
Jack
enough.
does have the fire.
bit
I
unfortunate.
think Bradex actually has
No, it's
enough to do
not.
the Koopa Kid duel on the other side. I think he's
Yeah. It's like we're gonna
That's-
opt for it too.
20 coins on a win. I think too, when you're in 4, so you get a flutter for
Yeah.
just 10.
I am gonna cover that up.
May opt for
I
the,
kind of feel like he
yeah,
takes a flutter. Yeah.
totally. I can understand the pink boot to an extent as well, but I think at this point in the game, you definitely just want to get a flutter in your pocket.
Alright,
Mhm.
this is a sumo game, just mash A.
Yeah, because I mean, Bradex only has ways into this game right now. Like absolutely, but I feel like sometimes if you're 10 coins for a magic lamp, you just take it. Like
Oh,
I
100%,
really,
yeah.
I don't think you
I
gotta
mean,
think too
especially if
hard
you get
sometimes.
like a refund of after it immediately too.
Mhm.
9.
Yeah, it's game's kind of screaming at you to do it.
No,
Mhm.
like shuffle lost in this one.
The main one is from Koopa Kids. They can either hit
Yeah, there is of course the
shuffle.
danger of orb shuffles with Koopa Kid, especially because this game does not respect how many orbs you had
Oh,
going
let's see
in.
right now.
Like that, like
We'll
that.
see
Yeah,
it
you
right now.
you could be losing 3
Here we
orbs in the
go.
shuffle and
This is
come
gonna
out
be
with
a
0,
problem.
depending on how the orbs are shuffled.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, Bowser Pipe.
You can lose orbs through.
Also, for
a
a spinner in this
orb
game, it is
or
purely
a
random, so there's no timing of spinning here.
Blizzard.
Yeah, you're not really impacting anything with
And then-
Koopa
and
Kid,
then
unfortunately.
Kamek takes orbs.
Especially if 2 people are in the same space. It's really just you swap with the people over there or not, and you do.
Mhm.
Oh,
Going with target
Yeah,
tag.
Will, it's your favorite.
A little bit of a crapshoot minigame, not everyone's favorite. I actually don't mind it too much, but you kind of just have to get lucky with how close you are to the
Yeah.
50s.
It's just-
I believe when it's contested, it's
There's,
whoever's
like,
closer
no
to the
threat.
center.
It's weird.
It's the worst
I
matchup.
think you're right.
I've
about
kind
that.
of heard.
Even jankier matchup.
I've heard it's random. I've heard it's closer to the center, and I've heard it's whoever gets there first.
You've been getting a 50, very
I'm-
strong start.
Kind of inclined to believe it's whoever gets there first.
Yeah.
Bro, when did you get so much? I got 250s.
Yeah, like we saying that's it. He's got 250s.
Just running
That's
away
just
with
win.
that,
I
yeah.
wanted to target that
50 off
one
the bat, and I
time.
think 230s maybe, or 1 or 230s.
Honestly, winning this game with 130 feels kind of low. I feel like I've lost it with like 160 before.
Really?
you
I
take the
think that's
win,
like a
though.
normal score. I don't know. Man. I don't know what a winning score is on target tag. I feel like anything 100 plus I usually see.
Yeah, especially if someone hits a Bowser.
Uh,
Use
Kind
a
of
flutter.
sneakily, pretty much every
I was
bonus
kidding.
is pretty close right now. With
It's a little
shopping
risky, but
being the one
I kinda
exception.
do stuff.
Minigame is tied between Linguine and Jack, and then Brainix and Will are also tied, but only 20 coins behind them, so it's very contestable.
Yeah. I mean, happening is a
How about no?
complete four-way tie.
Uh-huh.
And also, this board happenings are so easy to get. I feel like what we see with happening is somebody maybe looks into like chaining 2 in a row, and at that point they have a decision of if they want to start trying to run away with it or
Can't lie, that
not.
kind of jump scared me a little.
I think right now you can kind of pick and choose and try to have a little bit of everything, but I think eventually you have to start making a decision. And once we see people make decisions like that, I
Have
think
a
is
good
when this
fight.
game's gonna get a lot more interesting.
Right? You can definitely tell Jack's opting to start and beef up that count a little bit.
Yeah.
Ooh, right before the shop as well. What a good
It's a-
position from that count.
Yeah, Jack is just being given all of the right things to be investing in happening, be investing in running and shopping, and the odds for, I mean, it would have to be a perfect storm of bad things to happen for none of those to come up. It is incredibly unlikely he goes over 3 if he can get all of
I need to
those.
roll great
Uh-huh.
right now.
Do it then.
Do it then.
Of course, there is a ton of time left in the game, though, so you really never truly know, but it is a very strong start. We do see Will getting another red and a
We
pink
can't cover
boo.
it now, at least.
Well, that
This isn't
roll-
quite as
Yeah.
lucrative as it could be because we are playing
Unfortunate.
without gentlemen's, of course, but you know,
That is actually
right place, right time, that pink boo could be deadly.
Isn't it a start for Luigi though? I mean, obviously, of course, as we've been saying, things will change, but this does give Bradix a bit more space to hang on to Coinstar right now.
Mhm.
Linguine was kind of catching up to him on it, but with that, it's not as much anymore, and especially with Linguine being so close to another star right after.
All 3 of you can get that one.
Definitely seems like Linguine's just opting to go
Yeah.
for the pure numbers route in terms of stars.
If you want to be a dick.
Could opt for the happening
Can hit the
here.
Klepto. Yeah, happening and a Klepto. He's probably not gonna get it just because Jack is double streams.
Let's do it.
It's
Not want
worth
to be
it.
trying to beef up your shopping star a little bit as well.
Oh, yeah.
We're going the middle.
Getting
Are
a
you
point
familiar with
getting
this
one
one?
too.
Yeah, move around.
Okay,
It's the exact same thing
Much
before.
unless
Just
it's
now you're
like
collecting
back.
points instead of going.
If everyone
middle
plays
for
well
Western.
here,
Gotcha.
it's kind of
Hold
just
the
gonna be a
line.
stimulus check to everybody in the game
Hold
right
the
now.
lever, Kronk.
Uh,
Like, I feel like I usually don't see a difference on this one of more than like 10 coins.
usually, yeah, kind of just depends on where the bags are falling. Sometimes a team can get both.
Yeah, and that difference comes from if someone goes 2 for 2 in bags.
So we're pretty split in the middle here. No one really boxing each other out. Really,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh, looking like a coin bag for the blue team.
There's one more.
There's one more bag that can fall down though, so it could be
Yes, we got
Yeah.
one.
yeah, going to the red team.
Oh, they're
Nice, Will. Excellent. That's a good amount.
Yeah.
You said red did do pretty good at like boxing blue out of getting all
Now
the
I have
coins there. I think
shot it.
spawns were maybe a little bit more favorable towards him, but even so, only a difference of 5 coins in the end.
Oh yeah, very well
Yes, everybody's
celebrated by
getting, like, 15
Will and
coins.
Jack.
I'm a
Uh-huh.
rival.
Fucking movement too.
Oh, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it.
You're not.
good.
It's okay.
Yeah, a bit of a lower roll there from Jack this turn, but I feel like just the past 3 turns, having a pretty good roll with the doubles and then 2 10s in a row.
Mhm.
And you've got another turn of double streams right after this as well. You can kind of relax a little bit with this
Securing that red.
Right.
Gimme.
for right now. There's more of a red star investment happening now too.
For the star.
Who do you see Bright X popping the flutter here? Get a star on the board.
Squeak.
This is pretty good for him too, because this Puts them in line for the shop.
My
Potentially
only
another
thought,
good space too. What's up?
My only thought is if this was maybe a turn or two too soon, because they've got a pretty good gap for Coinstar now, but
Star is
Uh-huh.
right there.
Correct.
I would maybe want to sell it for a turn. Now, if they roll high enough to get the star, then I'm wrong, and obviously it was a correct decision, which I think they've just missed it.
I think it's a one short maybe.
Looks like. I mean, if you
I'll
get
put
another,
another flutter.
but what do I know? You get another flutter. I'm wrong. Absolutely fine here.
Mhm.
Yeah, only missing by one.
I can
I do think you still
understand fluttering in that
contested, yeah.
scenario though, because that's like a pretty good situation to be in. You get more coins for shopping star, and of course you're
You
in
know
like
what? Yes. I
fourth place or third place, so you get really
lot
good
and
at
a-
the shop as well.
And a lot of good spaces on that path too. You've got a happening, you've got the shop, you've got the Koopa Kid duel for a free 20 coins.
Uh,
Honestly, a 6 there, other than the Koopa Kid's probably the next worst thing they could have gotten off the top of my head.
right.
There you go.
Thanks.
Locked in.
It's also then Radix has a bit more of investment into shopping now. It is still Jack just because no one's really contested it. But
Meanwhile,
you know, while you're making these shopping investments, you're also still picking up stars.
100%.
Oh.
Enjoy this 14.
Yeah, barring a really bad roll, Linguine gets the star here.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Ooh, not
There's
quite.
a really bad
yeah.
roll.
That roll.
There's a red space,
I'm
but
sorry,
very
I was being
unfortunate there for
generous. That
Linguine.
was-
5 on the triple to get a red into 6-7. Not what you want to see for so many reasons.
This is better.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love
Started
Spider
immediately. I
Stomp.
don't think I played this one.
Alright, this is just a space shooter,
Oh,
but
yeah, I
with
like no,
spiders.
play this one. I like this one. This is
Awesome.
This one's great.
I like this
Couple of my
minigame.
favorite TV
It's
shows,
fun.
not gonna lie.
It's up there. They always cook with shooting.
If it wanted a 7 stronger 2v2s. Very position based though. You want to make sure you're communicating with your teammate because you
I guess
can
jump
shoot
the
each
gun
other.
if you want to count that.
Yeah.
Ooh, right team off to a little bit of a rough start.
There's a-
Not impossible to come back on though.
Left side was just on it like immediately. That was really fast.
Oh yeah, Linguine and Jack definitely know their stuff here. So does Will.
It really just looks like Reddick's getting hit there, but it really looks like for the most part they only made like 1 or 2 mistakes in the first round.
Mhm.
It's probably gonna take both Linguine and Jack getting in here for it to not be a. It's the
Yeah,
opposite.
looking-
Yeah,
looking
it's
like
just
a
gonna be
game.
for
Keep his
them.
eyes out.
Very well
That
done
was
by
funny, it was like
Jack and
a
Linguine.
good
there.
cycle and just DPS the fuck out of him.
Mm.
There's kind of a rhythm to avoid getting.
Yeah, it
charges
doesn't
on
really feel like a
back
ton
on
either in Cadena. We're coming up on the halfway point now for this game, starting with
Already
turn
have
11.
one.
I mean, they just comment as well. We've been moving pretty quick here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It is impressive how much faster 7 gets when you remove the 30-second animation of Toadette telling you that you're Toadsworth telling you can't play Mike mini games.
That and the Bowser time as well, yeah.
Yeah, let's turn to triple streams coming out to a 10. It's been a lot of pretty high rolls for Jack here.
It's gonna opt to go for shop, totally fair. Defense
It's also
counter.
underrated. This is gonna be another start for Bradix now. They're all of a sudden very much in it again.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're in a great position. Very, very fortunate that Linguine low rolled there for them.
It was never in my mind that they were out of it in the first place, but the question in my mind was always how do they get back into it, and I think that question has already been answered.
Oh,
Imagine.
like even without the star, I think Birdex was in an okay position. But I mean, with Linguine rolling low there, he's just in like a phenomenal spot right now. I think.
2 with the flutter. It's really.
Way back here.
I think this is a bit the this game has no boo, but there was a bit the Jamboree effect of every game in Jamboree will always be at least a little close. Stars are just so plentiful to come by, and you've got flutters and stuff that they're always going to be able to.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a route back in.
Right.
Those boys.
You could probably throw it somewhere else.
Yeah, I think right now, and we're only halfway through, I think I mean, Jack's win con is probably just things remain as they are. They've got so many bonuses that realistically they have to get at least 1, and if they get 2, it is very hard for them to lose.
Oh,
And then Bradix's is probably the next obvious to me, which is just hope nobody overtakes Coinstar.
I'm trying to.
You're
Yeah, throwing
that is a
the
star.
surface
That is a
is
star
yeah.
spawn right there. Yeah. Maybe that pink boo lasts long enough, but I think it's gonna get covered at some point in time.
To
My
some
God,
extent,
Jesus, let me do
I think the
something.
fact that it's going to get covered up
Well,
actually
that's something.
maybe
That's something.
is appealing to It's maybe then appealing to not cover it because you know it'll get overwritten eventually. So then if you're losing your own orb to get rid of it,
It's not.
I don't think
I
it was
guess
an
so.
intentional play, but it works out to be a good one.
Oh,
So Linguine has gone by
here
the
comes
shop
the
and
pictures.
denied it so many times this game.
Oh, Jesus
They did.
Christ.
yeah, I think he's definitely just opting to try and contest the coin star.
And
Especially
maybe
now
it's
that
like-
Braid
Right,
X
I
has
won't
spent
ever
like
go
30
back to it,
coins,
sorry.
it's down to like 50.
This minigame enough might actually just be enough for Linguine to overtake it if he gets a big
Yeah.
one here.
It needs to be higher than
I
95,
guess in a
so
way it's better we got this.
I mean, that plus a blue
This is fucking
space
one,
should do it
bro.
next turn.
Bro, this is so fucked.
Bradex on only. Oh my
Why they
god,
make that like a
Bradex.
playtest minigame
Dude,
in the final
fucking
selection.
fucking
I
nothing,
got
bro.
only 0.
Jesus.
Braid X
They
only
both
getting a
go-
little bit
yeah.
cuck there on the rolls, yeah. Yeah.
Pulling out 5 at the
Yeah, I
end
got
there,
some
but
fucking
still
zeros
only
and
3 coins until the very end.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
I'm not even.
It's very unfortunate. Good for Linguine though. Slowly
Yeah, that's-
creeping up back up to Jack on the minigame coins.
It's also just a blue space next turn, or this turn. Linguine's got the blue space. And Linguine's got Coin Star, and
Safekeeping
kind of no
for
one
this
inside
long.
to contest it.
Uh-huh.
I do think ultimately, I mean, just off the math of it, of Bradex by using the flutter there has essentially gotten 3 stars, which is better than the one they would get from holding on to coin. But
Safety is the toad.
I mean, that is part of the trade-off. Is you don't get both worlds.
Right.
Yeah, back to the left.
But I think this is a better world. So
Oh.
the pink bit is still active.
Yeah, we're looking for a little bit longer.
And a little bit scary, you are funneling people towards it as well. Barring, of course, I think the roughest scenario for Will
whatever,
is
that
that
works.
Star would have
Yes,
gone
that's
there
not what
and then
I
doesn't.
I think Jack meant to go for the
Wanted
cannon
again,
there.
but this
Jack has like.
For another
every
happening, but I guess
bonus
we're
star,
hitting the
bro.
flame guy.
Yes.
It's still happening, so it's not too bad.
keep him coming in.
Yeah, this isn't bad either. You just kind of.
What?
I think Jack can. Favored or at least contending like 4 or 5 bonus stars out of 6.
Oh yeah, he's in a very strong spot bonus star wise.
You're gonna pop the next flutter. This is.
At the moment, Jack has red happening minigame by about 3 coins. I believe shopping star by like
Only
25.
when he's
so-
absolutely not in it for his coin.
Uh-huh.
I guess that works.
I think
And
that
even
still
e-
active.
even then, I
This-
think coin
I
could
wish I
definitely
could say
still
that was my
split.
plan, but it wasn't. I'm not that juiced.
But of course, you do have to realize, only 3 out of these 6 bonus stars are even going to matter.
Right, yeah. Bradex is out of there, dodges the pink foo.
If you go up,
Another happening.
Can
if
also
you do
pick up
choose
another
to go
happening
up
here, and happening is still, yeah, good call, I think.
Oh yeah, it's very very much in contention. Anyone could get
Missing
happening.
the shop is rough, but their game is saying they're in first, so whatever shop they have is not going to be great. You can maybe go and try to contest shopping, but you're going to get to go to a shop next turn anyway, so this is all of a sudden, I actually
God,
starting to feel
fucking roll,
bonus
bro.
stars.
Dude, real
Stop
shit,
it, but
bro. Like, it can't move anywhere.
feels pretty Bradex favorite, especially because Jack
God,
is
dang.
Jack's dominating all the bonus stars right now.
oh boy.
Kind of like
We do see Linguine hitting a
That-
duel though. Probably gonna be going for Toadette here actually.
I think you kind of have to
Gotta
do
go
this,
for it,
even if
so.
maybe Bradex is slightly easier for a win.
Oh, don't give me one of these.
Like we'd saying it as well. You
I
have to.
think, but yeah, stat wise, this is definitely the play.
Jack is
I can agree with that.
effectively on like 5 or 6 stars,
Oh,
and
Fucking spin doctor, bro.
if you can't get rid of the bonuses, you got to get rid of the stars that he's holding. So
Who thought this was gonna be
is your
a
method.
for sure, yeah.
And it's gonna be Spin Doctor to do it as well.
Both players off to a strong start. You can
Oh,
actually
same
get to
pattern.
squeeze into some of these gates here if you're quick enough.
I want to love this minigame,
I fucked up, dude.
but in practice,
I'm gonna.
yeah, Jack's gonna get the win here as well. So
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Linguine there. I think he might have missed a gate or something.
Of all
Think
the
he-
minigames,
think he
dude, you had
tried to
fucking
pivot.
spin
No,
doctor, you had to get
I look
I
at
think
it
he
like
tried
this.
to make a pivot and nailed on it, and then missed a cycle later because of it. I think
Okay.
also when it looks like Jack just kind of got the right seed with no mistakes,
No, it's not.
could not be much better.
Yeah.
One person just dominates it a lot.
Oh.
I'll take that.
Probably about the best option Linguine could have gotten there if he lost.
Yeah, at least it's that point.
Was that add to anything? This game?
No.
Cool.
Of course, that's the 7 tried and
Oh,
true. Win a duel and get jack shit.
Yeah.
Pop-O-Matic.
yeah.
I think especially when coins are
Field
kind of
Strap
low, the
Radix?
coin-related ones, which there's a fair amount of, just don't do anything.
So
it's
there,
every button, right?
not every button. There's like 4 sets of buttons.
Oh,
It'll be
wait,
same
we
for
might
every
just
time.
use this one as well.
Yeah, it's being talked about as
Oh,
well right now. Yeah, there's a little bit of
I
tech
knew
on
it
this
was
one.
just
Of
lucky.
yeah, there's only 4 buttons that will appear for the entire minigame. So once you know what those are, the person on the right, after they make their first press, can basically just
Right.
bash
Oh,
this game.
it might already be over for the right side.
Yep.
Breaks might have just accidentally hit the wrong button there.
Yeah. So not.
Kratos' buttons are mapped wrong. Yeah, that'll.
Yeah, that'll do it. Unfortunately,
Okay.
even one mistake on this minigame usually costs you pretty big.
It's kind of, yeah, this one kind of becomes just like a pseudo mash. It's a, depending on your role, you're either playing a reaction game / masher or just reaction game.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. My bad, Daisy.
It's all good.
Another win there for Jack and Linguine, both of course just kind of breaking away from the other two in minigame start. Between Jack and Linguine though, it is 91 Jack, 88 Linguine. So those coins from Pyramid Scheme could make the difference.
Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme giving Jack an edge with 5 and Linguine cutting it a
Alright.
little bit back with
Let's book it.
Contagious.
That's booking it.
I think they're the only, other than Coin Up Bop, there's only,
Went up,
yeah, there's
off,
only
yeah.
one, that's the only other way that could really sway, and even then they have to be on opposite teams.
Right.
That's
Because
a
of course
4th
the
star off the
our
board for
battle
Jack,
minigames
too.
don't affect him here too. Yeah, though I think well no, he would have had enough coins anyways, but
Bottom.
coins there from the duel would have mattered if he didn't win the 2v2.
Well, okay then.
I think at a certain point, and I don't know if you should necessarily do this yet, but I'm sort of starting to think it's actually maybe in Linguine. Maybe I don't. It's
right,
in
we
someone's
can't.
interest. I'm not really
Yeah,
sure in my head
yeah, I'm
who's,
the same.
but I think there's good reason to keep Will's Boo alive because Will is kind of needs
Or
something to get back in this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Will's talking about it right now. Like, Will needs to just like a shop for Will go very well because it is probably going to be a Flutter available.
Right.
It just like the raw number of stars Yoshi's getting. It's just like
Okay.
even if Radix has no bonuses, like what does it matter?
Right.
Left.
I think if I'm Will here, Loki,
Going
I'm just
down.
trying to get a duel going. Like I'm just trying to duel.
Exactly.
Wait, oh my god, yeah, the
then it
duel
goes
and
to
Linguine
the
losing
boss.
coins there.
Can he do it?
Happy hopscotch.
Radix still has Coinstar.
One.
Hmm.
Yoshi at the Squid Games. 50-50 for a 5th
What the
star.
Hey, no
Yoshi
way.
wins Squid Games.
God, bro.
Nice.
That works too, and it's another happening.
Right X on a fucking crazy
feel like-
streak right now.
Yeah, all of a sudden, it kind of feels like first and second
like-
are starting to run away with it a bit here.
Yeah. Jack and Bright X are actually tied up right now for Happening Star.
All of a sudden, yeah, Yoshi
Wow.
win.
What are
It-
these?
There's a
Oh
very
my
possible Yoshi win.
God, what is
Mhm.
this?
It's a horrible 4th place
Yeah,
shop there.
Very
for,
bad
for
shot for
Will.
Will.
I
Fourth
fear
place getting
Will
caught on
is getting a
shops once
little bit
again.
owned.
Yeah, if you're Will, you just gotta hope for some duels at this point.
Is there any placement that you want to be in for the shop even in this game? It kind of feels like they're all a
Come
little
on,
bad.
bro.
I think third actually isn't too bad in this game specifically. It might be.
I mean, yeah, like
fourth
we
is
just got a
good.
10 coin flutter.
Yeah. I'm actually not as familiar with the 7 shop placements as I am with the 6 shop placements, so I can't tell you for sure.
Okay, thank you. I'm
Getting a
fine
cursed
with that.
mushroom on Linguine there could be good for him. Could get a 1 next turn.
Yeah, there's a couple spaces in front of you that aren't too
Does
bad
that
right
cancel
here.
my flutter, actually?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can't use it.
It does.
You know,
yeah,
it is
mentioned
actually,
does lock up a
um,
flutter.
Yeah, it is actually possible that Will could catch up to Coinstar as well.
The big.
Mhm.
He's really not too far off.
Better snow cone,
Yeah, because shopping it does
Yeah, they're
mean
pretty similar.
it. Honestly, it might have gone on the radar just because of how.
This is one a good pick.
I feel like they have to be remembering that Radix does still have Coinstar here, but
Right.
it's more a matter. I think who overtakes it matters a lot.
Uh-huh. Redix getting stung there, a bit unfortunate.
Also, Will was positioned for a drop there during the bees, but did actually miss it. So that is rough as well.
Yeah. Pretty close between Jack and Linguine here.
Oh, shit.
Jack's gonna get stung, that's gonna make the difference. Probably gonna be a Linguine win at this point.
Especially
Oh my
Yoshi and
God.
Daisy just fighting
Like,
over
we
the
just
same
won
drop right
anyways.
now. They're both in 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of
11,
drag each
bro.
other down. I think the problem is as soon as you pick a fight with someone for honey, you kind of just lose.
A little bit. Depends on your position.
Yeah, I think if it's more important that someone doesn't win, then I think that's fine. Which
I think if
honestly-
you're in
Alright,
if you're in
which
Jack's
one
situation,
has
Loki, you kind of just have to fight Linguine for the honey there.
right. And I mean, honestly, if you're in
Take back this
Radix's
Radix
situation, I
goal.
feel like you also probably should fight Linguine just to hang on to Coinstar.
Yeah, we see
Yeah,
Jack
I
just
had the 4 coins.
counter hitting it, and we do get the 4 coins for the star there, I believe. Yeah, crazy.
Minimum effort.
Jack getting a little
mean,
bit
It's funny
out
because he
there.
covered up
Love
what
to see.
was originally the spear guy.
Yeah, he did. He
It's
did.
just
I
in
guess the
just
spear guy lives
this
on
board
now.
sometimes. Yeah, you just
He's reborn.
the spawns work out right, and you're gonna get star after star off the board. I mean,
It is a pretty
we're
small
seeing it for
board.
2 of them,
There goes the pink boo as well.
and that all said, it's bigger than it normally is.
Mhm.
Avoids it all.
Sluggish and a normal shroom.
What turn are we on?
See if you
I
optimize
take
it.
the I take the
You're on
sluggish here.
14.
I would also take the sluggish. Just establish your happening a little bit more.
Mhm.
You could
Yeah, you can get it
try
happening
and
out of this.
position
Also,
yourself
it's
and
good
get
contending for
the wrestling
shopping.
in the top one.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom. Don't start anything that would
Yeah,
require me.
Radix is not far behind on shopping right now at all.
Oh no, totally could catch up.
I think especially just because the versatility of it is, it's like there's so much you can do with it. You can even roll into a red with it. There's no reason for them to, but you can
That's
hit
why
happening.
you, that's why you get a sluggish
duel.
shroom. You get it for options.
Yeah,
Is it cannon?
I mean,
Or
custom block in the modern games is really good, and it's only with 12 coins there. It's 3 more expensive here. It's still really good.
Uh-huh.
Loki should hand it off.
Will's really in a tough spot here. I don't even know what to do. I guess you go for the happening.
I need to get to a shop or something.
I think you
I
kind
need
of
to
got to
an
start
orb.
throwing
That's
stuff at the
definitely
wall,
important.
truthfully,
Looks like an
and
orb that you're firing
something
to.
will.
it sure
I
I
does.
mean,
Uh,
I think part of
wait,
part
you're
of
on
it
the bottom
is that
side.
he's just not getting the orbs he needs in shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like no sluggish, no flutter.
So badly.
Bit of a tricky situation there.
Yeah, even a 2 would have been better. Linguine could have hit a red. I think.
Yeah, just don't start a minigame.
Yeah, one gets you a happening, 2 gets you a red, which Linguine very much can contest.
I think Linguine did just get coin star by 1 as well.
Or-
No.
But yeah, that's that.
That's
If
nasty.
he's on 96, it overtakes it.
NASCAR.
Wait.
Took a little longer than we thought, but he finally got in there.
Enjoy the fishies.
Just held on to your coins. Pretty smart play there. Don't have to contest for shopping if you can just get a coin skin.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yep. He came back to the cartwheel.
Yo, welcome back to women's NASCAR.
Women's NASCAR.
Women's NASCAR. Oh no.
I think at
Sorry
this
about that.
point,
Here.
the game plan for Bradex probably shifts.
Yeah,
You're,
this minigame's
you're kind
More
of.
priority, right? I'm pretty sure.
You might have to
I think
play
if you're
now.
break,
I will
you're
say
just fighting bonus stars for Jack. To be honest.
Sort of.
Yeah,
You're still the
like
same
just pick
board.
one, try to get it from him, and hope he lets you have it.
That's why it's funny.
Oop.
Also garbage. It's just like
A bit of collision going on between Bradex and Jack there.
that's what we say.
What's that? Looks like it's Linguine in the front, of course. We're still got the Mario Kart competitive roots
I'm
inside.
not trying to do anything. I'm trying to steer.
Look at those lines.
Now
Jack.
that you
Crazy.
mentioned it- Now that you mentioned it.
Laughing Jack now.
Fucking
Thank you, Will.
I can testify from playing with friends. I've learned all too well. It is very easy to say I'm
Yeah,
losing, I'm
minigame
ruining
is not
someone
even
else's day
conscious,
too.
Or at least for me and Bradex.
Let me say, like, we're getting a new record here as well. 26:55.
Yeah, it's gonna give him a little bit of a gap above Jack. He's on 108 now. Jack being on 91.
I have all this
Oh, yeah,
money,
he
but
is-
nothing to spend it on.
He has been getting
Think about Coin
coins. I think like it's like mini games in a row now. I mean, that'll do it. Like, we have still yet to see a battle this game.
nice alley.
Yeah, nothing yet.
Let's go for a roll.
Definitely still time though.
Hey, a garbage roll. I've slowed down.
You do the extra 2 coins there could help. It's getting you 1 over in the interval 10.
Huh.
Yeah, I think there's not much you can.
I think if I'm Bradex, I just try and roll here normally, low key, because I feel like you have a good potential to hit anything that you need right now.
It's that, or you maybe custom onto the roller coaster because it's another orb. I think where the roller coaster sends you at the end is not bad either.
You would still be behind the star, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll
The 10 is
in here.
nice. I don't know exact totals for movement, but I think they're starting to kind of creep up on Running Star. They've had a lot of 10s these past couple turns.
It's a red
Uh-huh.
or a blue.
Could opt to go down, snag another red for the red
Decide
star.
what you wanna do.
Although Braid X is not really in contention for red star, so it wouldn't be much
Yeah.
of a point. Might opt to just go up here. Could fight for
10,
the
I
star.
think 10's a bit tough, yeah.
Yeah.
For me.
Mm. I don't know, because Jack could get money. But then again, Braid X would not have enough money anyways. Might just be better to go up
Plus
here.
4 though, or at least
Yeah,
like, the legit
going
thing, you know.
okay.
Well,
There is a very
Oh,
wacky
never mind.
way here of
I was
going
like,
up
so
because
far.
customing a 10 will get you onto that happening on the right,
Really?
and then presumably you burn all your money at the shop beforehand, so you lose 0 coins for it.
Oh,
I would be shocked if they go for it, but it is
Might have been
actually
might
a
have been misplay.
pretty good play.
I'm hoping it pays off.
seems like that's what we're gonna try and do here.
They just mentioned
Yeah,
going
let's
up
see
might
if-
be a misplay. If you
We'll get in
see
some
the
options.
line of
There we go. That's what you want
Yeah,
to see if you're
glad
will.
glad I did
and
not go
the
there.
custom, yeah.
Mhm.
If you see the line of customing the 10 there for the
Some smoke should have been.
10 for the extra happening, it can be very good.
Right,
It's because
for
burning
sure.
those last 10 coins in the shop, that's gonna tie shopping as well. So
Where's this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh. Game.
it's a
Oh,
pretty good
little bit of
investment for bonus
spoil.
stars.
Don't do
If
that.
it gives you one outright, lets
Fucking
you
jump
buy
scare.
one.
Don't play with my emotions.
skip
Holy
you.
shit.
Feel this like fucking cortical spike for a second. there.
Linguine opting to pop the flutter here. Understandable. Puts you in a pretty good position by next
Yeah.
time.
Linguine's now, it's kind of now becoming less a story of. A bit less of a story of Jack with Bradex kind of like nipping on his heels, and a bit more Will just starting to fall behind here because just Linguine's got coin as well locked up for the time being. It's a third
I mean,
star for him.
Will's just not in a great position. I just think it's been getting a little bit unlucky here.
Thank you, Bradex.
He does have a slow shroom. I think you could opt to set up a duel here. There definitely is a path to come back for Will here.
That's rough.
I think we do get see Linguine getting
So
another
it's-
star here.
Yeah, it's 2 stars in
Hoping that
one.
low roll.
Again, just another side effect of Inferno being so small.
Mm-hmm. It's had in
think
so
it might
many,
be
so many
a
junctions
Koopa
as
Kid.
well.
Yeah, this could be like a Revo here.
And now
I mean, if you're Bradex, you
Will
really
is
want
an
that.
inconvenient
Oh,
spot.
for sure, yeah.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, another really good spawn for Linguine.
That is
What do
Koopa
you
Kid.
do? I
Go
can't do
away.
Mhm.
Yeah, Revolution here, because that's just another star for Bradex.
Even getting a super shroom too. Linguine's in a pretty good spot right now. After that turn, yeah, you're set.
Swap our orbs per chance.
Could be Orb Shuffle. Wouldn't it be great for Will?
Oh.
Oh,
coin
bad
swap.
for Linguine unless you get Will. Getting Jack.
Yes,
That's
okay.
huge for Jack. That's huge for Jack.
Okay, good.
I already have points, so it's fine.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not trying for that.
There, yeah, I think that I don't want to speak too early, but I feel like that might clinch a Jack win here.
Maybe. We haven't gone to the last 5 events, so stuff could still.
That is
still
true.
sort
I mean,
of,
45 points helps for sure.
Oh no,
Get
absolutely.
up. Get up.
Getting 45 coins and crippling Linguine there is absolutely massive for Jack.
Mhm. Especially with Linguine being like the next person coming up on you for multiple bonuses. Bradex and Will are both tied for the.
You see Jack getting jumped a little bit. I think like
I
a
think
3.
that's yeah, that's a win for 3.
Damn
There it
it. No.
Got a little bit caught up on the barrels down there.
Yeah, this one's kind of the reverse of the thing I was talking about with the pickaxe from pickaxing game from earlier. Of just like
What's gonna happen?
even if you can do damage at the same rate, if they all just gang up on you from opposite ends, they're just dealing damage even while you're getting rid of them.
Right.
Like even at the end, so I was like, oh, it was so close. It's like yeah, it was always gonna be close.
Oh,
I mean, this leaderboard is just for rough for Will.
You're. Oh shit.
ooh, 10 Koopa Kids. That could be huge. Could
Yeah,
see some Revo action, some more orb shuffleage. A lot of stuff can
I
happen
think
here.
just because of the closeness of this game right now,
Here.
I think at face value, this is probably best for
Once
Bradex.
here.
Oh, for sure. If you're Bradex, you wanted 10 Koopa Kids, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nope,
It's
the
that,
white
and you
one's
use
out.
you want to use your slow
Yeah,
stream
that's not bad. That's a
probably soon.
You have worse.
Yeah, I think if I'm
'Cause they've
Bradex,
got-
I just go for the
You
wrestling.
get the
half
star.
man.
You get the star right now. You've got the coins for the star.
Oh, he did win the 1v3. You're right. Yeah.
I got him.
You can get the star here and get the happening.
No.
Yeah, but you gotta
You
fucking
see
go
Jack getting a
on.
super stream, pretty good for him.
Yeah.
Good for Shopping Star as well. 20
They're
coins.
scary.
Right. Right.
True. I can agree with that.
I'm unfortunately one of those cases where even though
I think
I
you
see a
may
guy
have to
you can't-
to pause on the fight for yeah, they're looking
I
at it.
think that's the case with a lot
It's a
of
10 for
us,
wrestling. Yeah,
except
10 is
for
wrestling.
Will the Bomb,
Or no,
unfortunately.
not
No,
quite.
I got nothing.
You'd be a little bit short,
this game, sadly.
but you can
Go
get the
for
star
a
here.
duel.
I could, honestly, yeah.
I
that's
still
my
think
best
rolling a
option.
10 here is good because you're going to be going to Koopa Kid with 0 coins.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst option.
0 coins in a not great orb.
What you landed on.
Not a whole lot bad that can happen to you in that position.
And it's also, especially now with a 10 here, that's a.
I don't know what's gonna tell me. But
It's one prior.
it's one.
I'm not gonna gatekeep.
It's that, and also I think it would give them Running Star.
You
So if
probably
you
knows
want a
one
7,
part.
I'm not exactly certain, but they've had so many 10s in these past couple turns.
That is true. Probably in contention for it.
There is a bit of like gameplay buffer.
So if we're thinking about what you want to do here. See if we do opt for the 10 or not. Opt in for the 9, I believe that's the mic space.
I don't know if that was on purpose. I really don't feel like it was. But
Not totally sure.
it's a star anyways.
Bright X isn't as familiar with 7, so maybe they don't know all the Koopa Kid events.
Yeah.
And the cycle repeats itself.
I can't blame it. I'm not gonna blame someone for not choosing land on Koopa Kid on purpose.
No, I think it's valid.
The mic's
Doesn't make
It's
too much of a
you're slow
difference.
streaming to get a star. It's always gonna be pretty
I was trying to
good.
go for an 8,
Uh-huh.
but
I think if you're Will here,
Oh, they
you
were
just
trying
kind
to
of
go for
have,
an
you just
8,
kind of have to
actually.
duel. Oh, an 8.
Honestly, a Koopa Kid
Oh, I
space
see.
could have been pretty good for you.
Yeah, Green's saying the same
Right.
thing. Koopa
Yeah.
Kid could work
See,
out.
Green bringing it up there.
Orbs and coins.
Can they
A coin
steal
revel would
stars from that?
No.
No, yeah, exactly. Bright X just didn't know what could happen.
Mm.
We do see Will
They
going
still-
for the duel here, of course.
Yeah, in the end, they did still end up making a pretty solid play. It's a bit scary for Will because
I
realistically,
wonder if
Yoshi
you, I wonder if
gets
you
picked.
duel Toadette or Yoshi
They're all-
here.
I
I
mean-
feel like you just want to duel Toadette, just for the chance at the
need
coins. 'Cause
something.
you could be
Mhm.
Coinstar.
Yeah, because dueling Yoshi here is a just you're putting so many options in to just do nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
You got more money and more. Not like.
It's also you're breathing
Yeah,
a sigh of
if
relief
you
for
win
Great
this, I
X
think you can
because
catch up the coin tower. Don't you dare.
2-star swing here could be ruining.
Would you rather Lightspeed?
True. Yeah. Pick your poison.
That's kind of the thing we have to think about.
This is kind of a make or break moment for Will.
Royal Rumpus. If it ain't Lightspeed.
I think you lose this, you're kind of toast.
Mhm.
You see Will getting a double
To-
there. Nice early
We're getting a
start.
double, another double.
Double
While,
again.
Jack's
Another
missing
double.
so many doubles as Jackson. Yeah, Will's had a miss, but Jack's had multiple as well. Look at the
And the
gap.
goals.
Are you
And the goals over there. That's
Oh my
a
gosh.
that's a Will to Bomb win if I've ever seen it.
14
Doubling
on Royal
the
Rumpus is
score.
crazy. Very impressive.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
a lot of doubles.
Daisy's
Just
hitbox is fucking huge.
played it
but I think
well.
It's just like visuals.
Mhm.
Like Daisy's dress takes up so much of that space.
I can say I played this as Yoshi, and I've been shocked to see the doubles I've gotten before.
Oh,
Getting the
that's
two-star
huge
steal.
for Will, and that's terrible for Jack.
That. I'm sorry, Jack.
That-
I fucking needed that.
Will
I
could
feel like
still
I
catch
feel
up
like
to
Great
coins.
X is winning
too.
now.
I think
All of a
so.
sudden,
Yeah.
Great X is kind of really winning.
Great X is in a phenomenal spot.
It's a really competitive.
I
team all of a
don't
sudden.
think you count out Linguine either.
Oh, no,
This is a
absolutely
very,
not.
Very much almost anyone's game at this point.
I mean, he
Honestly.
probably picks up a star here. I don't know where the nearest one is, but given this board, there's no way it's not like.
He'll be able to get the one on the right, yeah.
I can't double star now.
No, we can't.
Yeah,
Yeah, all your money was gone.
you got more than 15. There's no way you're not able to get a star on this board.
Right. Another star for Linguine there.
Why is it now duels want to get stars?
Take another look at the bonus stars real quick. We have Linguine in
Yeah,
first
Jack,
place for
almost like
minigame
this
at
is your
118
goal,
with
by the
Jack
way.
tailing behind at 91. We have Linguine with Coinstar at 106. We have three-way tie for happening. Jack, Braid X, and Roll Bomb. And Red Star goes to Jack with 3. Linguine trailing behind at 2. Shopping is still very, very close between Braid X and Braid X, Jack, and Linguine.
Yeah,
So a lot of these could like still
Oh my
swing
gosh.
pretty heavily.
Wow.
And we
I
do see our
might,
first
don't
battle
do
minigame.
this.
there's our battle. Well, so many people are on no coins.
Yeah.
Okay.
This could
It's
very
just-
well get Will not minigame, sorry, Coinstar.
Alright, Jack, what do you want to play?
He's close to it.
I don't think quite enough money went in the
Yeah.
pool.
Not
for
yeah,
it.
maybe
Those
not
are
quite
too
enough.
often,
It
to be
would be
honest.
very close.
Yeah,
if
it's
you're
Will's
honest.
still
getting
the
top 2
final
here
count.
though.
I
Gives
have
him.
nothing left what I'm getting. I'm still not.
At least keeps him in contention for it, which is what he needs.
Dude, I,
Right,
had a-
yeah.
I played a 7 game during practice, and we played 4 battle mini games.
But Lagoon and Britex are a little broke.
And it's a really good pull for both Radix and Linguine, who
Yeah.
burned so much money this past round. Linguine's
Oh, Linguine died
in
for a
the
second, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the weird no play after thing.
Oh my goodness.
I think went invisible.
Oh,
Oh, Jack,
out.
that's
That's
pretty bad
big.
for Jack. Yeah.
Jack's got money still, and I think Jack had the most going in, but
Oh, Wing going down. Will and
Radix is
Britex.
still-
Oh, he
Radix
falls
also win
first.
for
Go first.
That's Will.
so win
That's
for Will.
huge for Will. That's massive
And
for
Radix
Will.
in second too. It's
Uh-huh.
huge for both of them.
Oh my gosh, what a comeback for Will in one turn.
All of a sudden, yeah, 2 stars, win a battle.
Rough.
A lot of that is your own money you're winning back, unfortunately, but even still.
2 points.
Yeah, look at that. Only 11 off of it now. 33 coins out of that battle.
Hello.
I don't even think like yeah, Will's not even in contention for shopping, so I think low-key you just try and get Coinstar here.
I agree. Coinstar or buy a star if you get the chance. Which I mean, on this board, pretty much always.
That's
That is
average.
perfectly average.
I mean then again,
Uh,
if Will has like a super, you could probably just get a shit ton of stars.
Yeah, the big roller. You kind of don't want to see the big roll
Oh.
here. I don't know if Radix knows it. But you
Yeah, I
kinda
think
don't
that's a
wanna see the
duel.
roll there.
That is a
Oh
duel.
no! Oh. Ay, ay, ay.
Who are we dueling here, I wonder?
Nah.
No. No.
Double duel or same space isn't in this game.
Could see the run back against Will, yeah, for the coins and the stars. Totally
Yeah.
understandable.
You have
Right.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So I can also possibly get 2 stars. So please.
I'm shocked
forget-
Radix keeps escaping these duels here.
Oh, they're
my God.
well,
Why?
if you know anything about Lightspeed, do you know Lightspeed?
I love well-designed mini games.
This
I
is
know.
turf
I
war.
know. Yes.
What
Get real.
I think Will wins. I don't
Get
fucking
real.
know. I think Will wins. Actually, maybe not. I think Will
Um,
choke. Yeah, I think Will choke.
Nope. We'll add it for a bit, yeah.
Get it at the start, and I think he went a little bit wide.
Mm.
Great minigame there, for sure.
It's a cool game. No, it's a fun game.
Honestly, yeah. Why isn't the fucking?
Why can't we replace this? This would have been so much better.
Yeah, I. Yeah, why was it?
Players bringing up that maybe Lightspeed should not have been in the conference. Up for debate, I suppose. I didn't even think about it, to be honest. I'm pretty sure if someone had thought of it, though, Lightspeed might have been replaced.
Yeah.
Misbehaving more better.
Well, let's see if Jack gets his stars back.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
god, that
That's
fucking
just as
sucks
good.
ass for Will.
Bonus star for
That's Coinstar for Jack now, I believe.
Yep.
With 120.
That's.
A blow to Linguine and a blow to Will.
You want to talk about cringe?
And kind of indirectly a little bit. Actually, with Linguine on 5 stars, that's actually
I won't lie.
probably good for Radix, because
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I don't really know how they were going to take back the coin lead.
Jack, you can still win.
That kind of balances it out for
Mhm.
for Braid X, because
I mean,
now
the
his
win con, 'cause
competition is
I've-
farther away from him.
I've won games in this position before. We're just getting so many stars off the board.
That was
And
awesome.
you're really just banking on, like, you're gonna be going for Oh, it's Toadette.
Yeah. No orbs, of
So-
course.
so
Toady,
Doesn't
but
matter
yeah,
That's
no
huge.
orbs. Who cares? Your win con in this position usually ends up being just that the bonus stars were spread out.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
tough.
And I think
for
also
Will.
then the kind
you
of
gotta,
the-
you gotta
the-
feel bad for Will
yeah.
after that.
The politicking there that you want to do
Duality
is
of
to
man.
the politicking there that you want to do is try to start like getting it in people's heads they should play for second,
Oh,
even if they very much can win. Like I would really argue there's ways back in for everyone. See things like this.
right.
Um,
Well, this is taking
I
happening
hope
back.
I'm tracking
Yep.
everything correctly.
I hope I am too.
Although at this point, it might be a little bit of a tough, tall order.
mhm.
A third isn't impossible for Will here, though, low key.
I'm playing with fire with this one.
Chaos on this earth.
It's a tall order, but it's not an impossible third.
Because I don't want to potentially help one of y'all.
Yeah, that's also fair.
Fucking-
I mean, thinking about where we're on the twist here, it looks like we're cock blocking the right island.
I think there's I'm not quite sure how to place why it's different here, but I feel like games that I play on this board or games that I watch on this board always
Just go ahead.
usually end up being at least a little bit close.
A Revo here would suck for Jack.
I like it
Okay,
here.
position swap.
Position
Wow,
swap.
that's so fucked.
You-
Okay, at least we're not putting Jack behind.
The
That would have
person with
been,
no
been
coins,
crazy if it
yeah.
was Jack, yeah.
I'll take it. It's like a 2 boost.
Bright X kind of going in the dead zone,
But
unfortunately.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, no, that's Linguine, never mind.
A minigame win
Really need
for Bradex here is it's more shopping. It puts you near a shop and gets you. There's a lot of good happenings up there.
Hell
It's
yeah,
not-
this is gonna be
One
good.
for
Like,
Herbicide
it's not
on
that
there.
there's not a star there, but it's probably the best island, I would say.
But yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna
Mhm.
take.
Top and bottom.
I'm gonna take the top.
I'm gonna go bottom.
Okay.
I will take the top half.
This is a fun one. I like this minigame. I think maybe hitting the spiny balls is a little too bad. You kind of
Yeah, it's pretty punishing, but
Get that one.
I guess that's how it should be. Pretty close right now, though.
This was a
Blew off,
rare
blew off
minigame
to a
of this
strong
type,
start.
yeah.
Almost canceled out their balls.
Rare minigame of
Should
this
be a
type,
blue
but
one.
goes to a best of 5.
Oh, yeah. I think that's blue.
Oh,
Yeah, blue,
Barely.
barely. Very
I think
good for
they're-
Bright
those
X.
the balls might have killed each other
Yeah.
there. I couldn't quite tell.
Yeah,
but,
they
yeah.
can cancel each other cancel each other out in the air, so you definitely have to be a little bit aware when you shoot and when your teammate shoots.
Yeah, 30 coins is obviously the magic number for the shop for buying a flutter, but there is still absolutely a lot of good stuff in here.
And of course, I think Linguine has all but solidified his minigame star at this point.
Mm-hmm. I think yeah, shop being this cheap is a little bad for Jack, but I just don't think there's time for Bradex to catch up.
No, I don't really think so either.
I
Unless
think you're more you can actually care about the item you get
Okay.
here, which is maybe better.
right.
Okay. Just do it.
We're gonna gamble on a Koopa Kid here.
You know you want to do it.
Jack.
Coin swap's bad, revolution's bad.
No, that's not
Position
bad.
swap is whatever. That's probably the best thing you could have gotten.
I'm back here.
Especially about 5 spaces.
Get more shopping. Solidify your shopping star.
Right, yeah.
Please.
Especially being in front of the
Oh,
junction.
exactly a 7. Uh-oh.
It's what he wanted
Oh
it.
fuck, dude, it's exactly the 7.
I mean,
That's
fine.
the
This is Toady. Another Toady cameo?
Toady.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be a star next turn now.
He's waving to the crowd. Hi.
Probably,
Kinda
yeah,
Toadies.
unless some wacky
Isis.
Koopa Kid shit happens.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've seen it. It's been happening.
Linguine doesn't have money and he's pretty far away.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into super, unfortunately. Oh, is that a duel? No, unfortunately not.
Could be another
Let's get
happening
another
though.
red, though.
If you're oh, it's in a red.
Which Will could catch up.
No one's hit any reds for a while.
Yeah,
So
if Will gets another red, he'll tie it up, so that wouldn't be terrible for him.
yeah, I think if Bradix can snag another star here, that's gotta.
Uh-huh.
Especially with a good enough roll to accompany it and get a.
Oh yeah.
This is the cards one now.
Yes, this one's sketchy.
Another Braid X star put him in a pretty comfortable position.
Yeah, I think that pretty much has to guarantee second.
At least second, yeah.
It'd take a lot of tide bonus stars to change it.
Blue the boon.
Uh-huh.
It's bomb.
Yeah.
I fuck
Will-
it.
I
I
know,
fuck
Will
it.
the
I know,
boom.
I was trying to-
I fuck it. I fuck it.
I like that alternate version of you. With the boom.
Card for the blue team. A little bit of this is kind of RNG based. You can spawn closer to the
Yeah.
cards.
I mean, to some extent, you can try to position yourself. I think World Peace is the same way. Of like, you should use your
There we go. Okay.
you should
Uh-huh.
use the time if you're the first one to hit it. Position yourself where the most cards are for the next round.
For sure.
Obviously, that's harder because you still have to guess versus where World Peace you just kind of go in the middle.
Alright, I need
But
this last item shop to go crazy for me right now.
Mm.
yeah, Jack talking about the last shop being good. They've pretty much locked down shopping. I don't like, especially no one else has money. No one else can do it.
Right.
I think this also will
Uh,
confirm the this confirms the move Radix star,
hmm
barring a klepto, which cannot be hit. So
I'd imagine you try and hit the. I don't know. I'm assuming the wrestling happening, right?
mm-hmm.
Unless you want to try and
Well,
position
'cause-
yourself for a future star.
yeah,
It really depends on what you have at the shop. It's going to be the wrestling, though, understandably so.
I mean, you
Is
want
that
Flutter.
a
Yes!
Flutter?
you want.
Huge
Yep.
for Jack.
Cool.
It's exactly what you need.
Uh-oh. Oh, good.
Jack in a winning position right now. If the bonus stars go correctly.
Red.
Yeah. Jack's gonna have to sweep bonus stars, which is possible. I think they have. definitely too locked down. This happening puts you
Dress in there.
they've got
Okay.
3 bonuses. There's a route.
Tied with Will for happening at the moment.
4 actually. They've got coin as well.
Yeah. If Bradex
Not
does get
sure about
another
running as
happening though,
well.
that'll tie it up.
Mhm.
And of course, Bradex
Bradex
does
is
need
another happening.
an extra star over Jack.
Like,
Anyways,
was that
just
was
'cause
that
of the
another
coins.
10 for Bradex? It looks like it.
10 or a 9.
Another high roll. Yeah, Bradex has been getting some high rolls here. I'm not sure what the movement is, but it's close. If Bradex pulls any sort of movement item here from the just from the space, it's big.
Right. I mean, we can get another
That
star
is a
here.
mechanic.
And up top.
Of course, we haven't been talking as much about Linguine, but Linguine is very much still in this as well.
Right, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this additional happening here is really big. It
I'm-
puts it,
I'm
we're
really
back to a
confused
3-way tie for
how-
happening. We
I'm
had that
really
tie for so
confused
long, and
how
we're right
Star
back to it.
Uh,
The problem is that happening showing up is kind of a death knell for Linguine, because that's
yeah, everyone
else.
getting a star.
Mhm.
Duel.
You definitely don't want that to be tied up if you're Linguine right
Mhm.
now. See if Will gets anything off of this. Could be another
Yeah,
happening.
if minigame.
Untie it.
That being said, if minigame shows up, it is a guaranteed second for Linguine, I believe.
Uh-huh. Should be.
It's a huge 20 for Will. It's just unfortunately you don't have a ton of money and can't do that much with it.
Will has no coins, yeah.
That all coin steal is just devastating from the.
That was a
duel.
probably one of the worst things that could have happened to you. Honestly, I think losing stars might have been better there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, doing some counting here. See if we have any options. I'm wondering if you can loop and get a duel potential.
Egg.
Egg. Wasn't there a pink boo down? Oh no, that was the one that was.
The
related.
Star Space covered it.
Yeah.
That was my. That's what
This
it's called.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the egg pull here this late in the
I'm
game
really
is
glad I
kind of
haven't had
rough.
to worry about breaking
So
down
there's the
the
number of
Star
traps on the
Space.
board and
Like,
Koopa
it's
Kids. I
really
think those.
I mean, I only
They
did
don't
it
quite
just
count.
because you said it. So
It-
my-
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
it's
if-
having
if
a four
I-
card.
if Dr.
That is a
Pepper
Koopa
something,
Kid. You could try and get
I'm
coins here if you go left, yeah.
100%.
Oh, Will getting a flutter. If Will can get coins from this space, that'd be super great for him.
Very, very good. Yes.
A Revo is what you want.
No,
Revo or swap
easy.
coins.
Revo.
Oh, okay.
Yo!
That's
Huge for Will.
Yeah, that's fine.
Huge
That's
for
fine.
everybody.
Huge for
Fucking
everyone, to
leader,
be
man.
honest.
Yes.
Shit for Jack.
That's fine.
Oh, Revo.
Although, that is kind of good for Jack, though, because now no one can take Coin Star for sure.
Mia, the those 40 coins per person opens up everybody to like a surprise double star, like a double star sweep last turn.
Uh-huh.
The positioning for it is going to be a little bit hard. So I think the only way you do that is if you have some form of triple shrooms, but
Oh,
Right.
dude, that really fucking.
which I
hit
think
well.
Jack does.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought it was.
Yeah, no, it's top first and bottom.
Right. I gotta remember that.
I think Linguine is going to be a little bit short of it. I think hitting a Koopa Kid, it looks like, or one past.
That
Or
is the
you go up,
that is
or you
the
go up for
happening.
wrestling.
Doesn't do a whole lot for your bonus star, but you do
Right,
get the coins
yeah.
out of that, of course, which could be
I mean-
huge in a coin tie scenario.
Right, yeah, with how close coins are. I feel like you got to take that.
I think because there's another star spawn up there as well. Might as well.
Mhm.
Oh, I see.
It's Linguine at 3, I believe.
Because you essentially just get a free star out of this turn with
Need the money.
okay positioning because you're near one star spawn. But I mean, that being said, with the flutter happening, you're
I can't go
basically just
under
gonna have to.
coins.
You're pretty much just gonna have to gamble on where you think the last stars are gonna go.
Huh.
It's really not much
Ooh,
more exciting than
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Wow.
Sonic, fun
Good
one.
For sure.
minigame.
Very
We
good.
see fun run here. We're gonna
Fun run, I
definitely be seeing some players go for the skips. Do you know about the skips there, Hockey?
Yeah, I believe if you go to the very outer edge with the right timing, you can skip the. I don't even know what
The
to call
pushers,
it. The
saw
wipeout
death
thing.
traps.
Some wipeout type shit.
Actually, holy shit, I miss Wipeout. It's been fucking years.
Type of shit they do to a 35-year-old mother of two
Actually,
for pennies.
fucking jackass stunt.
How do you
All
think you would
players,
do on
pretty close
Wipeout? Like
here.
if you were given 1 month's notice that you were gonna go on the TV show Wipeout, how good do you think you could do?
I would fucking suck ass probably, but I'd have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Linguine is hitting all the skips 3 for 3. A very impressive performance.
Jack's been hitting as well. I think it might just be a.
Oh yeah,
a
this is
Will's
going to be who has the tighter line, who moved less. That's Jack.
Good job,
Okay.
Jack.
Yeah,
Okay.
Linguine
Well
kind
done.
of shuffled in a little bit, and
Almost.
that did
I
it.
believe. I don't know if that's perfect. I
Oh,
forget
wait,
if it's
that's
at
the max?
38 or.
Oh no.
Yeah, towards the end there, Linguine
Yeah,
opted to
actually,
shuffle
that-
in a little bit,
It's
and
Yeah.
that did it.
I know the max is a 53. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it feels
Almost,
counterintuitive.
almost
but
the perfect time for that. I think you're like
There's
2
like a one- that was
milliseconds
like a
off.
1 minute game, that was like-
it feels counterintuitive that going on the outer line is as fast, but it's just you're effectively running on a straight road, even if it doesn't feel like it.
Uh-huh.
But because I knew either you were doing it, I mean, I know everybody else in here was.
Which
so I was like, well, maybe
maybe isn't the greatest. I think the inner line being
I fucked it
riskier
up, but
should
I'm
give
not the
you
best at that one, so
some
it's okay.
reward for it, but it's whatever.
you know, I saw him do the skip.
I think it's better to skip exists. The game's cooler for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's a start for Toadette with the flutter. We're gonna see if this is something Bradix can get. Yeah, they're talking about as well, which I think they. Ah,
No,
yeah,
the stars are not
they'll do it.
if they're considered-
Although here's a
three,
problem I'm
yeah.
just
Where are
thinking
they?
of.
Like for like swans.
Jack, I think, just misses the star.
Oh my god. Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh, it's a.
Please.
This is.
Okay.
Could-
I
could
think
get a
this
star
is
out of
single.
this.
I mean, last time. Please.
Should be it. Should
I
be
mean,
a single.
Please.
should be single player. Yeah, you're in a.
Oh, multi-
Multiplayer.
Oh, it is
Unfortunately.
multiplayer. Huh?
It's actually pretty bad. You don't want other people having coins.
Right.
I mean, I understand going
Last
for that
turn
for
here.
sure. Though.
Okay, good.
Mm.
Yeah, keep it boring.
Yeah, if you have the chance for a free star, you gotta go for it. I think the 1 coin swing here and how DK minigames are, I don't think it's gonna change things, but these coins will matter. But I
Right.
think
This is
Jack
going
will
to be
able to hang
big
on
for
to
coin
the-
time.
Yeah. Good performance by Jack here can let a minigame win, put them back up into it.
Uh-huh. Let's see who gets the bunches here. That'll make all the difference.
What are
I'm
all the
getting
bunches still in
anyone,
play?
yeah.
All of them missed.
Are we grabbing a bunch? We're grabbing a bunch. Are we getting another bunch?
Got
Should be
it.
Linguine solidified for coin lead.
It's fine.
Yeah, Bradix
Seven, I
they
guess.
only missed the bunch. I think had 2 bunches that thread the needle right between them 2 or 3 times that minigame.
Yeah, timing is a little bit tricky there.
There's also
That
pretty good
is,
roll by
uh,
Jack there. It's close for movement. I cannot say with confidence who's got it. It's been a bit tricky to catch these rolls in time, but it's close between those two.
For sure. Bradix is might be getting Twistered. Oh no, for sure is getting Twistered here. This could put him into a star potentially, or something else even.
Yes, this is right before a crossroads. There's multiple stars you can get, and
That's why I was thinking,
one of the ones you
like,
could never hit is behind you. So
Mhm.
I think with a big roll, this could be like.
Okay.
Eh, well, nothing.
Oh, that
ever
is
happens.
nothing.
Okay, we're good.
Put me like
Oh,
one
actually, no, he
space
couldn't have
forward.
got it anyway.
Yeah, hitting a red there kind of sucks.
Little bit.
Especially when you couldn't contend it. You couldn't contend red star anyway.
Oh.
And rolling the 1, it's it's pretty bad last turn.
Yeah. See, we'll get in the star here. I think what this is going to come down to is
There's one thing
if
I need.
Linguine's able to get another star.
Desperately
Hmm.
need.
Barring Will's got one more chance to take
Well, then I'll
happening
have it.
outright or have it be a 3-way tie. Yeah, and Green's begging for it too.
Don't you dare send that to him.
Especially being a klepto, it could.
Come on.
And nothing ever happens.
Nope. Could hit a duel here even.
Fucking
Yeah, duel's good. I think a duel's good. Hitting a happening could be
Oh,
good,
just
or you get
over
really
it.
Alright, I
space.
just need
And once
a
again-
happening star and moving star.
It's going to
Yeah, we
solidify
suck,
pretty
but-
much all of our bonus stars.
Yeah, Linguine talked about it as well, of your out being no happening.
Mhm.
Because yeah, that's just a star for everybody else. That's pretty sure it's a good
If there's a
loss.
happening, that fucking sucks for
Please don't
Linguine.
start fucking lagging.
Don't do this.
I think it's
man.
definitely Jack
Don't-
favored for sure right now.
Yeah, I'd rather
Yeah.
not
Um,
lag on the
So
left.
going into it, minigame star is Linguine, coin star is Jack, happening star is of course the 3-way tie without Linguine. Red star is Jack. Running star, if tracked properly, is Jack. So I guess Jack just has mostly everything.
Pretty much every bonus area, say for
Yeah.
minigame and maybe running.
Probably a Jack.
Yeah,
though?
yeah. Linguine wants Linguine definitely wants minigame to appear.
shit.
I'm not sure if Bradex does anymore. I think this one also determines
Yeah, I'm
the
aware-
answer, but
oh,
it doesn't
God.
look like it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, there's hope.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
I
there's
think
hope.
that definitely
There's
makes
actually
Bradix
hope.
probably
Please.
not want minigame to show up.
What do you mean there's?
I think
Because I beat him in a tie
you
now.
honestly
Oh yeah, that's right. You beat him in a
Oh my
tie.
god,
Oh, shit.
please.
Okay.
you might just
No
want
happening
to.
star and minigame
Oh my
star
god,
and I
I'm
win.
actually
Okay.
praying.
You
for
do
the
have
might
more
want
points than
happening and then
Bradix,
two
who you beat him in the
for,
tie.
Yeah,
Regardless, good game. Oh my god, please.
we'll see it right now. Yeah, it's you're up 3 on everyone and then 1 on Linguine.
This means
Yeah.
everything.
You really just see it happening right now.
Alright, well I don't win. GG.
Was it
This
happening
is
red or not?
Coinstar. Yeah,
That's a jack win.
Happening red coin. Should be a
Coinstar,
jack win,
that's
yeah.
Please.
Unless we had running wrong and it was to Bradix, it's a Bradix win.
Yep.
I truthfully don't know. I think I missed a few rules, but
No, definitely me.
Fuck,
Yep.
dude.
That's a
Yep.
jack
I
win.
really hope I didn't pass up on the red. Please.
I think he's
it ultimately came down to the final minigame.
sweep.
Mhm.
GG jack.
Wow,
Sweep,
GG's.
wow.
That's well done, Jack.
Yes! Oh my god.
Yeah, makes sense.
I was
Got put in a rough
like-
position, dueled his way out.
I'm
Very
curious how
respectable.
close the coin gap was,
I'll
because if it
take-
was
I'll
enough that
take
that
the
red
medium,
space
I'll
last
take
turn
the
made the
148
difference,
on the
that's gotta be
medium.
so
You
tilting for Bradix.
My
Oh,
minigame by a lot.
But you still Bradix had very strong second year. You want those points right now.
Genuinely scared.
Oh,
I'm-
Obviously,
absolutely, yeah.
congrats to Jack, who's been kind of on a tear.
Oh my god.
Playing really well.
Really, really good for Bradix.
Had that been a blue space, we would have had a tie. It would have all been a tie for the win. Had that been a blue space last
Hi,
turn.
fellas.
Yeah,
I can unmute now, I think.
The one
Okay.
time I get a fucking red space.
man, that is insane.
Yeah, they're talking about it as well.
the
That red there
tweet, the
does you
tweester
in.
could have put him anywhere else, and it would have been better. It would have been a tie.
Mm.
Would have been a
Tweezer
roll off.
you in.
Yeah.
Jesus. Will, you really
Can't-
put
I
the
mean-
pressure
I
with
mean,
that
can't win
2-star
all.
duel.
Yeah, I mean, Bradix just needed happening to appear, and it didn't.
Mhm.
Alright, minigame was
Headshot.
red.
All right. How we feeling, guys?
I mean, it's whatever.
Very close game there.
Yep,
Oof.
happened
Really,
red.
really well played by all.
Okay,
It was
well then
a,
I'm-
something
Oh
the
shit,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a 3-way tie for happening. If it was happening, I would have fucking won.
Yeah, no, if there was no happening star, if minigame star was on there, then I would have won. But I got third.
Yeah, that being said, I gotta get out of here. I got an
Yeah,
interview
catch you later.
yet. Owen will be doing interviews, guys, in a minute.
Oh God.
Really well played by all
GG,
you.
Jack.
Congrats on Jack, obviously, for the win.
Thank you. GG's.
I was gonna say, how we feeling, guys?
I
Rel-
just played 7, so I don't know.
Relieved.
I mean, and I lost the bonus stars again, so.
That was crazy. Towards the end, Jack just ended up having pretty much almost everything. Bonus star wise, I think it was just Linguine minigame, and then the happening was the 3-way tie.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. We're about ready to just swap to intermission, and we'll get to you with some post-game interviews for anyone who wants them.
Oh, why do you have that on? Oh my god, Owen.
I don't know.
You have the sticker. Okay. Anyways,
How we feeling, Brotato Chip?
it's 7. I expected something like this to happen. I don't really care too much. I mean, I'm still ahead. So if there was a game I could tank, it was 7. So
Huh.
it happens at 7, like I said. Yeah, that's what's on my mind.
Yeah, I mean, you're it was pretty close for the most part between you and Jack and minigame start, but I feel like around, let me look at my spreadsheet. I would have it down. Around like
Tracked it?
turn, I did track it, like turn 11 or 12. You were really like bringing it back against Jack. I think you ended almost like 20
Yeah.
up on him. Well, 10 up.
Oh
on
yeah,
him, but
I
still.
think I had like 27 on him by the end of the game. In like the first half of the game, we didn't really get super consistent minigames, and we got a lot more team minigames. But once we started getting more 4 players, is
Mhm.
when I started to really like pull ahead because I've been practicing those a bit. And 7 doesn't have much to practice. There's only 13 of them, so yeah, it wasn't that hard to pull ahead once we started
Right,
getting
not a
them.
lot of FFAs. But yeah, very, very strong performance.
Yeah, it's gonna put me ahead on Mega Game, thankfully. So that's nice.
Mhm. What were you thinking about the duels? Did you want anyone to win specifically? Were you kind of rooting on Jack's downfall there a little bit?
I was rooting on Jack's downfall because I knew that if he won, he already has all the bonus stars. Like, he's just gonna run away with the game. So Will stealing 2 stars there was like huge for everybody, me and Bradex specifically, and I guess
Yeah.
Will too, but Will was kind of behind.
I was thinking if Will never got the 2 stars there and it just got like coins or something instead, I think that would have just been like a solidified Jack sweep, to be honest.
I mean, there was still time to do stuff, but yeah, it's really hard to catch up in 7 once, you know, someone really pulls ahead, especially halfway into the game. But thankfully, it was at least a close game through and through.
Right.
It's just kind of annoying how it had to come down to the random bonus stars that I did not get. So
Yeah, that is like the factor about, I guess, 7, and we'll see Mario Party 8, of course, too. There is the random bonus star aspect where it's a group of 6, and of course 3 of those are going to matter at the end of the day. So if you go for, say, like fucking minigame running and shopping, and it's like red happening, and I guess it'd be coin star, you're just cooked. I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do there, literally.
And I actually had Coinstar for the most of the game. I don't know if it
You
showed
did,
up.
yeah.
Did coin show up? It did show up in the end, and yeah, Jack
did,
stole
yeah.
like a million coins from.
You were sitting on like 116 for a while, and then that big steal all Will's coins thing at the end of the duel happened, of course, and that'll
Yeah,
save
that
you
was
there.
honestly the worst case. Well, that and like stealing stars was the worst case scenario. Him winning that duel was just really bad. I was hoping for
Right.
I was really hoping for either like a half steal or 10 coins, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, no, him stealing everything there was just the absolute worst case scenario for me. And he was in last too, so he was guaranteed like a really good outcome no matter what. So,
Right, that's just like a perfect dual wheel, I believe.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but hey, all around, not a terrible game. Could have been worse considering it's 7, I guess.
Yeah, in terms of 7, that was probably like as good as it was gonna get. Yeah, I can't really ask for too much more. It just kind of sucks that like the streak had to end to me not getting minigame star, but I mean, hey, I can't really complain too much. I've had an explosive season so far, so
Yeah, I mean,
I'm still gonna
at
be
the
ahead.
very least, this game isn't going to end your like potential just mega game star dominance, because I don't think you've had a minigame star below 100. Am I wrong?
Oh, let's
Maybe I'm
take a
wrong.
look at the results. Yeah, no, this game 148. Conference results. Where was my 6th game? 149. Mario Party 5, I didn't get minigame star, but I still had 116, and then for Mario Party 4, I had 141. So yeah, I've gotten a lot of minigame coins this season. I haven't even really done the math, but I'm definitely
Yeah,
gonna be up there.
Good shit, dude. You've been practicing for sure. Very, very impressive.
100%.
But do you have anything else to say about your game that you can think of that you want to talk about?
Honestly, not really. I tracked the star cycle really well. Thankfully, nobody landed on any star spaces, and I didn't mess with the star cycle at all, so it was pretty easy to track throughout the entire game. And I think overall, I did the most I could do. Winning the Happy Hopscotch on turn 2, I think it was, really helped.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And I was kind of in a drought for like the first half of the game where nothing really happened. It was really the second half when I started picking up steam. But yeah, other than that, it was just kind of like I did what I could, but 7 is 7. There's really not much you can do. I think out of all the games we're playing, it's the most luck-based Mario Party, even more so than 5, but that's a different conversation. I don't want to take up too much time on interviews.
Right, totally fair. But I think you can go ahead and take a look at your next week here for Mario Party 8, your next upcoming pod. Let me see. Actually, I have to pull it up.
I have Waffle CN and who else? And Froggy in my next game.
Waffle Sea and Froggy, yeah. How are you feeling about that one? Because obviously, if anyone watching knows who you are, they know that's your shit. And
8
has
is my
been for a
shit.
while.
Anybody who has talked to me, I've probably brought up that Mario Party 8 is my favorite Mario Party game.
Mhm.
And I just have a lot of game knowledge. I excel in the mini games, I think, in that game specifically.
Right.
And I feel like I just kind of know how to play 8 optimally. I feel like I have a good chance at taking home a dub. I don't want to jinx anything, of course, but I feel very it's my most confident game. So Cien is a little scary. I have played 8 with him before. He is pretty good at the 8 mini games as well. Jack and Froggy, or no, Waffle and Froggy.
Or Waffle and Froggy. Yeah, my
The
bad.
Waffle and
You said
Froggy, I'm
Cien.
not sure on them, but we'll see what happens. It should make for a good game next week.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Be a lot of surprises. Well, best of luck to you, of course. Gonna be definitely looking forward to watching that game, as
Yes,
of
sir.
all of Mario Party 8 week, of course. But damn, good shit today.
yeah, I'm happy with how I played overall, but it just kind of sucks. Like it didn't really go for me in the end. It's all right.
Yeah. Of course,
Don't really
you
care.
can't win them all sometimes, especially in something
Can't win
like
them all, yeah.
competitive Mario Party, of course.
Mhm.
If
I really
everything-
what
if
more could I ask
everything's
for?
winning.
Because I've already had a really strong start to the season. So
Oh yeah, phenomenal start, totally good. But I think if
Yeah.
that's all good for you.
that's all good for me. Yeah, I don't got any more thoughts.
All right. Well, best of luck next week. We'll see you then.
100%.
Catch you later, bro.
Bro.
We are back with the Braid X interview. How we feeling, Braid X, after that interesting game of 7?
It was very close. Definitely, I got very lucky with my orbs. 2 flutters back to back, all both on discount. Very
Wow.
much helped me out there. Especially because I didn't have like, I think the only star I even really knew about, because again 7, I've played it like once before this. I didn't know the stars were random, so I was like, okay, coin happening minigame. So I was just going for happening after I had it, and at the end that was like the only one I was in contention for. And if that showed up, I would have won. So yeah, but other than that, you know, I've been balancing this guy for a while.
Right.
You know,
The 2 fellas.
the 2 fellas, one's napping.
Does the big one have a name?
Just Kirby, if you didn't know.
Kirby? I did not know,
Yeah.
but I will take note for future reference. But I will ask, I know you're a little bit unfamiliar with some of the games in the conference.
Mhm.
How did your, like, what was your knowledge going into, like, 7 here? Like,
Going into 7, okay, I be honest, nothing. I knew some of the mini games because of some of them are obviously in future installments. I did do a lot of practicing before today, but that was solely mini games because I figured like the board play, like, you know, I had someone explain some of the things to me earlier, but I didn't think we'd be on Bowser's, so I did not look on Bowser's.
Right.
I thought I mean, it turns out that, you know, the board ban was completely randomized. Don't know if that would have changed anything, but and then the orbs. I knew there was like character orbs, but I assumed that we would have something that would make that not happen because that'd be kind of cringe.
Right, yeah, I think in the competitive setting, the wave is definitely just, you know, no specific character orbs, because that makes the picks a little bit lame. Character picks a little bit lame. But yeah, I definitely did notice that a few times. Do you remember when you had the option to sluggish for the star? You could have landed on like a blue
Yeah,
after
Koopa.
that. Yeah, a Koopa Kid.
Koopa or blue. So I was going for the blue, I just fucked it up.
Right. of course.
The best play would have been to land on Koopa because
Right.
I thought you could lose a star like in previous
Yeah, like
installments.
you thought it's like Mario Party 5, right? Like
Yeah,
Mario Party
I
4.
thought
Yeah.
Mario Party 5 was like, shit, I don't want to land on this losing star, but best play, 100% would have been landing on that Bowser Jr. Could have gotten
Right.
a Revo much earlier, which,
Uh-huh.
I mean, it could have played out differently. I think not getting it in hindsight was better because it made Linguine struggle a bit more.
Right.
And I basically had to make sure that he wasn't getting as much value because there was a higher chance of him beating me out than Toadette beating me out and getting all those bonuses. So, but that final turn kind of was very rough. I had it before that turn. I was so confident that I was gonna win because the happening possibility. I would have beat out a tie. But that one into a Twister red space, that was rough.
That's just
Into a
crazy.
minigame
Yeah.
lost.
It could have been anything, and it just happens to be a
It
red.
just
so
happened
you
to be a
just
red
fuck.
space, and then
And,
it landed a 1v3.
to really sink the to really stab the wound or whatever the saying is. You weren't even in contention for red star, so that didn't even do anything for you.
Yeah, I didn't. I looked back, and that was the only red space I landed on the entire
No,
game.
literally. Yeah.
Yeah, and
It was
cost
surprisingly
me
low
first.
too. Ah man, it's so rough. But
Yeah.
I mean, all things considered, I think for like minimal knowledge compared to like some of these guys, like especially Jack and Linguine, and not really everyone, they've all been playing for forever. I've known them
Mhm.
playing like that play 7 forever. You played About as well as you could have, I think, for the most part. I was very, very impressed for the most part. Even in mini games, I think you were doing really, really solid. Just on some
That
of
is
the
one thing I
mini
did
games.
practice. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I'm a turbo gamer. I just play all the fucking time. So
Yeah,
there's like
yeah.
most of these mini games. If you play enough Mario Party, you'll be decent at some of them. You know,
Uh-huh.
you'll mashing. There's no difference in mashing.
Right.
Occasionally, obviously I didn't mash that well. You can go back in Pokey. Obviously I didn't mash well because this guy, you know, can't mash with that guy on my head.
No,
Um,
you know.
and
Wait,
there,
but
I
did
figured
you have him on your head when you were
the whole
matching?
game. The whole game.
The whole game.
whole
Oh,
game.
you had him on you the whole
I
game.
had him on the whole game. Yeah, no,
Okay,
I'm
that might
really good.
recontextualize a few things.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, I figured I wasn't beating Linguine and mashing anyway, and
Huh.
honestly, I can just kind of like chill and like move it around. Like, there isn't much movement going around.
Right.
After playing, so I was like, the trade-off is fine. I get to say I had this on the whole entire game, and you know, I lose to Linguine and mashing anyway.
That's straight aura. I respect it wholeheartedly. That's crazy.
Yep.
Do you think without the Kirby debuff, do you potentially outmatch Linguine in any circumstance?
No,
'Cause
I don't
have
think I
I've heard
do.
you're a pretty solid masher.
I'm
Like,
pretty
what's
good
your
at
dom?
maybe peak. I've never actually tried Dom without the mod,
Uh-huh.
so I've only ever capped it.
Like, that's still really good.
Yep.
Like, that beats
I've
most
only-
people.
I've only ever capped Dom. I haven't tried to go any higher. But that
Right.
was at my peak like years ago. I'm much worse at mashing now. I'd say I'm around like 130 consistent on Dom, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Honestly, if I had no Kirby, maybe, but even practicing, I was only averaging around 3.5.
Oh, still a really solid score. Of course, Linguine's just like an insane masher too.
Bro's
So
Z
not
goat.
much you can do there. Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but I mean, overall, just a very, very, very strong game for you. I think it definitely, at a certain point, it was snowballing with your cheap flutters in the shop there.
Yeah, those cheap flutters early on, I was like, the trade-offs. Yeah, I definitely got a blessing with that part of the Mario Party RNG, but my rolls also were terrible. There was like
Yeah.
like those 4 turns, I rolled a consistent 3, but I can't complain too much. Unfortunately, there was other people I think got even more rolled than I did. So, in terms
Let me
of
take
luck,
a look here. You were like fighting pretty much in contention for running the entire time.
for running,
Yeah, like you were literally only 10 down on Jack at the
dang,
last
yeah.
turn.
So
yeah.
those rolls definitely. I actually didn't even know that was a bonus star until Linguine mentioned it midway through. I was like, oh shit, yeah, that is in the game.
It's a little bit of a forgettable one. I can't really blame you.
Yeah,
It's only
there's
in 7 and 8.
there's not too much you can do about that. Like, maybe because I used 2 sluggishes. I think this game.
Right.
Maybe 1. I forget. And I guess that could have changed something, but you know, those bunch of those low rolls. That's just how it goes. But I'm not in any way. I'm not upset about my placing. I needed a first or second placing today, and I got second. So
Yeah, I was gonna say points wise on the leaderboard, this is about almost the best you could have hoped for because A, you get second, and B, Will gets fourth, and Will is like low key a little bit your comp here.
yeah, it's
So that's pretty
unfortunate.
good
I
for
feel
you.
kind of bad for him. He got hammered
Yeah,
today.
Will got pretty unlucky with the duels that he received and that kind of stuff.
That was a very
Getting-
clutch
yeah.
2 stars. I was like very excited to see how that would shake things up.
Right.
And it very much did.
I think for you especially, that's what you were hoping for, right?
Yeah, no,
Jack losing
it's
the 2 stars from
100%.
that duel.
Yeah, once he lost his 2 stars, I was like, holy shit, I can get first place if I just squeeze Linguine for his resources. But I never got to do that
Right.
anyway. I just got lucky.
Which I mean, hey, it's a way to do it.
Yep.
Can't complain too much with that.
So I just got to lock in for 8, and then I think which I'd say it's probably my 3rd most confident Mario Party.
Overall, just like the
yeah,
GameCube ones, or
overall.
just like overall all of them as a whole.
For 8, yes, I think so. I played 8 mainly on the Wii. I don't know if there was a GameCube version, but I've never played the GameCube like net play thing we got going on. But the board.
Funny enough, it was supposed to be a GameCube game for the longest time, and then they swapped it to like a Wii game last minute on development, I think. So it's pretty much GameCube. It's like the same thing. It just has motion controls in it.
Yeah, I'll have to refresh my mini games on that, but I'll do what I did this week and just play a bunch of mini games in hope that my Soul Read board play for will carry me.
Yeah, how do you speaking of next week, how do you feel about your pod overall? Like, how do you feel about
I haven't
Mercs,
looked.
Mr. Toad, and Snipman?
I know Mercs is very good at mini games. We met in finals on at Momo or semis. I think you were there. Yeah, you were there too, of course.
Yeah.
So I know everybody here is probably pretty decent at the mini games. For 8, I'm not sure. Again, I haven't played too much net play with anybody yet, so I don't know how like consistent they are. So that's why I haven't really been looking at like my pods and anything. I'm just like, okay, as long as I just focus and worry about how well I play, then that's all I can really do.
Mhm.
Don't worry, Kirby won't be on this one because now there's stakes. Now I definitely have a
Right.
chance of making playoffs. Now that I got in for today's placing, so it's definitely gonna be a bit sweatier for me.
Right, we got to lock in. Kirby's got to go in the passenger seat.
Yeah, he's got to be looking. He's got to be spectating this time. Doesn't get a front row seat.
Damn, so tough. Hey, but I'm excited for it. That's going to be a very, very good game, and I'm very interested to see how your 8-week shakes out. Because I think a first could definitely solidify a placement. A second even could also do it.
Yeah,
And
I mean, because like
uh,
everybody's placements, I think. Well, it depends how the rest of the games go this week. If certain people win, then it would be. But there is a chance that the people who lose are the people up top who have already won, who have already done very well, and because right now the points I think are a bit skewed, a little bit. There's like the people in like 1 through 3. There's everybody else up until like 9th or 10th, and then there's everybody else past that. And with this win, I'm now closer to the people currently making playoffs.
Mhm.
But
then, of course, you also have to take into account the people who haven't played this week yet.
yeah, of course.
Yeah. But if they do poorly, of course, that would be huge for you.
That would be huge
that's,
for me.
That's of course what we're hoping for.
Yep. For me, I'm sorry, everybody. Hope you play well, but I'm also praying your downfall. That's just how it is.
That's how it's got to be. Not everyone can make it to playoffs. It's only 10 people, so you got to do what you got to do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. But
In
I'm
tragic
definitely excited for the second place for a game I've played once.
Yeah, congrats, man. Huge win. Huge win.
And I was
Do you
expecting to
have,
lose to Linguine anyway, so.
Do you have anything else to say about the game? Or next week even?
Definitely glad this is the least played Mario Party. Maybe I guess I could have enjoyed to play it more than I have 9 and 10, but you know, definitely very RNG heavy. I kind of agree with Laguine's statement earlier about this, like the most RNG heavy Mario Party, because yeah, those stars, because at least in 5 you can play around the guaranteed bonus stars, but the bonus stars, like the randomized bonus stars, are rough.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people who aren't fans of the 6 bonus star system, which is totally valid. That's hoed me a lot. I can't even lie. As it has many other people.
Yep. Well, I think I'm. Other than that, I don't have anything I can really say about it. You know.
All right. Well, I think we're probably going to wrap up the interview then. Of course, best of luck next week. Hopefully, we can secure a dominant playoff spot. Keep the run going. Love to see it.
Keep it going.
Yeah. We'll catch you later, there, bro. Awesome
So-
second. Good job. Yo, what's up, winner? How we feeling? Winner, chicken dinner.
We did it. Of all the weeks for me to win, I'm glad.
This was the
game
one
that I
week. This
stand
was the
up to
week you
fight
had
for,
to win.
This one mattered.
Yes, bro. This was the one we had to win.
Mhm.
Even 8.
Let
Shit,
me
tell me a little bit about it. It was a little bit of emotional roller coaster, I could tell.
It was a little stressful at times, especially towards the end where things started to spiral a little out of control, especially with that 2-star duel.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I'm someone that I can't really be assured I have victory until I'm at that very end and see that happen. So I'm still like on pins and needles, even if I know I still have a lot of win conditions.
You can really never be too safe and secure, especially in something like 7.
Nope.
Because, I mean, Linguine gets Minigame Star there, of course, he still wins. I mean, there's Braydex, almost tying you in coins as well. A lot of stuff could have gone very poorly there. But, I mean, it didn't. So,
It made for a close finish. I'll give it that.
oh yeah, sure. Especially the oh man, I don't. How do you think the game would have gone if you had stolen stars from Will instead of all his coins?
I think if I had stolen stars from Will, I think I still would have been ahead and in the running to win. It's just I wouldn't have Coinstar guaranteed on my side. I'd have to
Right.
hope for something else.
That actually would have still been that would have been Linguine's Coinstar, I believe.
Oh, that would have sucked then.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like, if you do steal stars from Will, I don't know. That could be weird. A lot of the duel outcomes there could have swung very different ways. Thinking especially plus the Revo at the end too, because I think Linguine also had a coin lead over you before the Revo, right?
Mhm.
The
That
last
that
Revo.
that Revo was a whole lot of emotions for everybody because, like, I'm glad I got money, but I'm
Uh-huh.
also still very close to Linguine, who's been a big threat for me this whole game, and then
Right.
especially as of late, Braidex, who had 4 stars ahead of me.
Right. But yeah, I'm sure you were like kind of low key stressing about Braidex towards like the latter half of the game, right?
Oh, I was scared on that last turn, which is why I walked the hell in for La Bamba.
Uh-huh. Because we needed the coin gap over him.
Yep, exactly.
Luckily, the Twister into the red space was definitely a little bit of a extra perk there to help get it done.
Oh my god, that Twister could have done so much damage, but
I know.
thankfully it didn't damage me.
I'm trying to think where that could have landed to just completely throw off the run. 'Cause I think a couple of different spots could have
I
done
think if it were any blue, we would have gone to a dice roll tie, right?
It's 3 coins after last
3
5,
coins.
right?
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have lost the 3. I'm pretty sure, unless I do the math wrong, that would have been a roll off.
That would have been a finale.
Yeah. Do you think you win those? Look, I have no idea. I feel like you might.
No.
There's potential. I feel like 7's
I mean,
just your game.
Hey,
feel like
if I
the
lost
most
if I
main
lost a
character
dice
moments are
roll to
7.
DK, I'm not beating a human player in a dice roll. Let's be real.
That's true. That may be facts, unfortunately.
Speaking of DK, fuck that guy because he didn't want to help twice.
What the fuck? You were like third. What was it? You were like third and you got a multiplayer? Or it
I was
fourth?
third and he gave me
You were
multiplayer.
third.
Yep.
That's fucked up, bro. It
Yeah,
wasn't
he
even
saved me all
a good one. It
confidence.
was just a ×1. Although that
just
might
wait-
have been better that it was a ×1 low key because I don't think you got
It
a
might
lot
have
of
been.
bananas there, right?
It made I kind of closed the gap a little, but
Uh-huh.
it would have been nice for the guaranteed coins for myself or stars for myself.
True. Yeah, it was like 4.
Mhm.
But yeah, oh my gosh, crazy game. You were really clawing at minigame star with Linguine too. It was mostly you guys for most of that. I think
Yeah.
if my count's right, it ended up being final count was him 138, you 121 towards the end. And even then,
That-
I think you were up on him or at least tied until like maybe I think it was like turn 12 or turn 11.
I had a strong start and then he just started popping off, and I expected that from Linguine. It doesn't matter what Mario Party you put him in, he's going to be a menace.
Right. No, his minigame performance is just something to admire. It's
Mhm.
crazy. No glaze, of course, but oh my gosh, what a run from both of you. Even Corey,
Yeah.
your minigame performance is pretty good too. I don't think. Well, you lost like Spear Factor, but in most team minigames, you were kind of carrying a little bit too. I can't even lie.
I for the most part knew how to handle my teammates or help them get to victory, aside from when I
Right.
didn't, which it happens.
Uh-huh. I think Linguine was more so FFA centric, but I think you were like definitely more adaptability team centric,
Oh yeah,
which is definitely a
Especially-
very very strong trait. to have.
especially for 2v2s. I love this game's 2v2s.
Right. I'd say that's your favorite group in 7, or would that be FFAs?
It probably is 2v2s.
There's some pretty good ones in 7. I was looking at the list. I'm a fan of most of these.
Yeah, but for everyone, there's unfortunately a Cointagious out there or a Bubble Brawl lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, I mean, could have been worse. It could have been.
But that's kind of
Radix or-
it's kind of the process with every Mario Party. You kind of have to expect stinkers and
Oh,
with
yeah.
the peak.
You can't have the bangers without the shitters, as it is, as it may be.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what were like the key takeaways for that game? What were the standout moments for you besides the duel? Anything come to mind?
Aside from the duel, I guess the main thing I can think of is shout outs to these two boys, Linguine and Braidex, for getting the hopscotch on their first try.
Oh my god, yeah.
I can't lie, when I got that turn 1, I'm like, this is my clip moment. Let's go.
Uh huh.
and it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, and then
Nope.
Linguine fucking strolled up and stole the clip.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. The man is a miracle worker, whatever he does.
Oh my gosh. I mean, Bright X too. Bright X was getting some crazy generational luck there with
My
the
God, yeah.
flutters and the hopscotch as well. He's got to be
Everyone
amazed
played
at
well
some point.
despite the end game.
Oh, for sure. I don't think there was a single, not really a single misplay to be found for the most part.
Yeah.
I think, especially being Braid X's first time playing like competitive 7, I think this was his first time on the board in general. About as well as it could have gone.
He handled it pretty well, honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure. What else? I'm wondering here. I think the battle minigame too. If there were slightly more coins on that, the final countdown, I think that would have been a Will minigame star. Or not Will minigame star, my bad. Will coin star.
That could have been cool for him. I would have liked
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
god,
shit
the
totally
battle minigame popping up when it did was a little annoying, but you got to expect
Right.
that from my party.
Because you have like 50 coins, I think, and everyone else. Is,
I
like,
was one of
broke
the
as
2
shit.
people that had money, and I'm trying to
Right.
hold on to that for dear life.
You and Will.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so tragic. Oh my gosh. But I'm trying to think. Do you have anything else to say about the game for the most part? Anything you want to bring up?
I'm just glad I did it.
Yeah, I mean,
This is the one.
can't really say too much when you've already reached the summit, right?
Nope. Yeah, all I can do is take it in.
Right. Taking the view.
But now comes
Oh,
the
but
question of,
let me
now
tell
what?
you, you have a better view next week, IMO.
Hey, I have an equally good view, if you ask me.
Valid. What are we thinking about Win, Kibble, and GameX? Low key, in terms of Mario Party 8, yeah, we got a little snickler in here, but
Ooh. Yeah, so
in
someone
terms of a stacked pod, I don't know. Listen, there's someone else in here. You don't know him, but
Yeah, don't worry about it.
we got a spectator.
I am ready to throw down.
Ready to throw
Eight
down.
is another one that I'd say I have just as much knowledge on as I do 7.
Uh-huh.
That being said, these 3 players are demons, so
Pretty crazy.
only
I'd say-
time can tell what can happen.
In terms of this conference, knowledge-wise, pretty much as tough as it could be, except for like Linguine, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. And you know,
That's gonna be pretty tough.
not to go all commentator mode here, but I'm really curious to see how everyone else throughout this conference handles 8, because I don't see most of these players play this game as often as some of us do.
No, never. I think Mario Party 8 is definitely the nichest Hudson Soft that's usually played around NPN and that kind of stuff in terms of like the GameCube era stuff. 'Cause
Yep.
It was towards the tail end, and of course on NetPlay most of the time it's GameCube mod, which I believe we are using for the conference.
Mm-hmm. That's
So-
why I'm curious, because I'm
Yeah.
sure I don't know how most of these people handle it.
I think your pod is definitely the exception. Everyone in there, of course, just knows GC mod, but yeah, other pods, I definitely think there's going to have to be a little bit of a learning curve there this week in terms of the preparation.
Hey, all I can say is just be patient when it's just get used to learning the drift or the pointer.
It's definitely a lot of adaptability. Hopefully your
Mhm.
controller doesn't suck too bad, but you know, if it's great, then
Yeah,
you
if
should
you're
be set.
privileged, you'll be fine.
Yeah. See how it goes.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to watching it. It's going to be a crazy watch.
Yes, sir.
But I don't know. Anything else before we wrap it up?
A fun-filled cruise around the world has turned into a vacation nightmare. Join Mario, Luigi, and the whole gang as they try to stop Bowser from ruining their party. That's
Couldn't have said
the
it.
game in a nutshell.
Could have said it better myself. Oh man.
Yeah, they
Well,
said it 20 years ago. See,
is it 20 years? Oh my god.
21 years, I think.
This game was this 2004 or 2005?
This was 05. I was just out of diapers when I had this game.
Oh my god, it's crazy. Old as shit, I feel like. Alright, well, I think we best be wrapping it up, but of
Yeah,
course,
let's get
well
out of here. Let's
done
go
for a
enjoy the rest
huge
of the night.
victory. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck on your next week, of course. I think you're definitely at a good position to make it into playoffs at this point, coming
I-
off of the extra 4 points.
I can't wait. I'm excited for this week.
Yeah. All right, I think that'll be all for tonight. Of course, I believe our next game will be tomorrow around 8:30 Eastern. So be there or be square. Catch y'all later. You have a good night.